So welcome. This is your first rodeo with us. But really great to have you on. I don't get a lot of people from New England. I'm in Connecticut, so
All right.
it's always nice to have people that are local. Everyone that I always have on is like Texas, Canada, Erik out in San Fran.
I went to school in New England for a year.
Oh,
Did you?
Yeah, Berkshire prep school for a hot second there.
oh wow.
Well, you said you were from New York City. How old are you when you left there?
18.
Oh, so yeah, you're from New York.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I grew up in the city. I mean, I can't lose that part of me. Not that I try.
And Dave, you born and raised in Connecticut?
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah. New England. I was just actually up at the Big E this morning.
What's that, bro?
See, it's like a Western versus Eastern Massachusetts thing.
Yeah, that's...
The Big E is like the big fair that they have over in West Springfield. They have it in the fall every year. It's like a month. And they have like exhibits and like exhibitions from like all the states in New England. So like we took my daughter to that, but that's like a huge thing. But I always talk to people from like Boston and like the Cape, and they're like, "What's that?" And I'm
We
like,
don't venture too far outside of our little curve there. Once you get past 95, that's crazy shit.
Yeah, it's like massive though. Like I think they had like 1 million people in one day. The last time I went, which was like 2 or 3 years ago. So it's like massive. Like they get like they have like tons of food and like horses, and they got like roller coasters and all kinds of stuff. They're like famous for this. They have this thing called the Crazy Burger, which is like a glazed donut, and they make it as the bun of a burger. And like every year, that's like a big thing. I don't like it, but other people do. So
Where exactly? It's in Springfield?
it's in West Springfield.
All right, I'll have to venture out there at some point, I guess. I can't believe I've never heard of this.
Yeah, it's like crazy. You're like the third person I've talked to from Boston that's been like, "What's that? I've never heard of that." And it was always a big thing for me. Like growing up, we'd be like, "Oh, we're gonna drive up."
How far a ride is it for you just to Springfield?
It's about an hour. It was about an hour for us. Yeah, so it's probably about, I'd say it's about two, maybe an hour and a half from Boston. So
Yeah.
but yeah, it's great to have you on. New Balance heads. I know we talk a little bit back and forth, and I caught a little bit of your podcast. Rest in peace, it seems like.
Hey, what can I say? Shit happens, I guess.
You want to introduce yourself? I mean, I don't know who watches regularly, but
Yeah, cool.
Eric probably has. But yeah, if you want to introduce yourself and tell us your screen name, and then we could jump in.
So I'm Mark Baldacchino. I go by Gas Souls on Instagram. I'm from Everett, Mass, right outside of Boston, literally touching Boston. I've been into New Balance for about 10 years, I'd say, off and on. I gave up the whole sneaker shit in like 2013, 2014, when it all switched from me being able to just camp outside and went to all the raffles. I kind of was striking out left and right, so I gave up. Plus, other life things happening. I just didn't have the money for it. Nothing, shit happens. So I always kind of looked at it, from afar. I'd watched like certain things coming up, and I'd still try occasionally to grab things. But yeah, I graduated high school in like 2009, and pretty much immediately, was really into sneakers. I had a pretty diverse collection for a while, mostly Air Max. I was super into freaking, do you remember Air Max 24/7s?
24/7, you said? No.
No.
You remember those?
I don't remember the Air Max 24/7.
Oh, for whatever reason, I fucking love those. And I had like every single color of those, 95s, every color.
Yeah.
Then I went from that into Jordans, but I didn't really, love them. And then I always, like I said on my podcast, like I always had New Balance just for like in the rotation, just like regular stuff I would find and I thought was cool, like 1300s, a bunch of 574s. That's all I was really messing with. One day I was camping outside of Concepts. I don't even remember the Jordan I was going for, but I got to the front of the line and they were gone. And the guy was like, yo, he's like, these came out today. You might like these. And they were the Colette 1500s, the New Balance.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, holy shit. And I fucking love those. And that pretty much like opened my eyes to just like how amazing New Balance could be, From at that point, like I was messing around with like whatever like Frank the Butcher did, whatever Concepts did that was New Balance, stuff like that I would like. But other than that, I wasn't like diving like too far deep until like I got those. And then I really like tried getting whatever I could.
Yeah. But I did want to talk about New Balance. Obviously, New Balance is riding a really high wave right now, and just kind of get your thoughts. Obviously, Erik's here too. Get Erik's thoughts. Just 2021. What has been great from New Balance? What has been not so great? Because I think there's a lot of those stories too.
Yeah, absolutely.
About the brand.
But I'd say what's been great is just, I have to say hats off to Grondin for, it seems like he's just like, if you're freaking shifting gears on a car, he's just hitting them all at the exact, right exact time to really just keep flying,
Mm-hmm.
Everything he's doing since he started is just hitting, you know what I mean? I mean, not everything, but mostly, like bringing in long-term partnerships, everything he's doing. So that's what I would say is like really the great thing is all the collabs, the hype. Hype drives everything. It might not necessarily be what us three are always into. I mean, I don't think I have too many hype things in my collection, but it's still interesting to see every time they come out with something. It's always intriguing to me. I still try, I strike out a lot. And what's going bad is like the only thing people really complain to me about is that Qit system. Everyone's always will get upset about that,
Oh.
They say they're working on it. We'll see. I have no idea. I mean, have you guys ever come through on that? Have you ever been anything outside of 30,000?
No.
Oh God, I think I was like 5,000. But I mean, even at that point, why bother? If you're not,
I know there's not 5,000 pairs sitting there.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
you're right. They need to do a better job of cut it off, because if you don't have more than 200 pairs, 400 pairs, don't even have 30,000 people in there, 100,000.
Yeah, why not just do a raffle?
Or that at that point, sure. I mean, yeah, that's doable. I know.
Very, very weird system they have set up there, but maybe they're just not. They weren't used to the amount of hype and people, new consumers coming into this brand right now, which is honestly like I feel like I woke up one day and like I just couldn't believe like I couldn't get a pair of 993s off Joe's outlet. I was just like, what's going on? I was really like concerned, like because I understood like the collab stuff. It's kind of always been that way. Yeah. Maybe not to the extreme that it is, but it was always tough to get a collab from New Balance. That's not new, but to be able to get for a pair of 992 grays to be $300 somewhere, I was just like, this is hilarious. Like it's just crazy. What they're freaking doing.
Makes no sense at all. Yeah.
I don't understand. I mean, it's just if people think they can make a buck, they're doing it. They don't care if they're making $10 off you, like $20 off you. They're doing it, and it's just so annoying. If you can get a shoe back in the day, right? Back in the day, used to go in and get shoes, and you could get two. All right, just two. You sold one. I wouldn't never consider us resellers back then, but you'd sell one, maybe make $50-$60, and then you got your shoe for $100 or whatever.
Yeah.
And that was it. It wasn't. Nobody was ever sitting in a room with 50 pairs to the fucking. Like I don't even understand how that happens. Well, I do, but it's not fucking cool.
I love the 993, and I just like you. Last year, I think it was last spring, maybe last May or June. I went and bought two pairs of 993s off of Joe's outlet, New Balance outlet, and now not even just that. It's like no made in the USA, anything
Nothing there.
ever,
Nothing there. Bro, V5s were sitting on there. Everything was sitting on there.
everything. Yeah,
And now the people just the secret's out, the best kept secret in footwear, and it's over. I mean,
yeah.
maybe it's a fad. I don't know, but it's crazy, man. It really is. I mean, I'm happy. Me and Eric were talking, and like, I'm happy to see the brand that I love succeed this much. I mean, am I mad that I can't get a pair of shoes for $40? Yeah, sure, but
I,
I'm not gonna cry about it.
yeah, I don't even care. Like, I personally don't even care about like getting stuff on discount. Like, for me, it's like just being able to get it. I just want to be able to buy anything right
Exactly.
at retail. I'm like, I just want a fair shot. I'm always like, one of the things that I always complain about is that the NB reward system, right? Like they have that system sort of set up, and it just seems like it's pointless. It doesn't do anything. But that could be part of the raffle system. And I think Nike kind of realized, like, we can't handle all these people trying to add this thing to their cart. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take all the names and put them all in a bin for the next 15 minutes, and then we're gonna try to weed out the bots that we can, and then the ones that we can't, it is what it is. And then we'll just distribute what we actually have to the people that win. And I feel like New Balance could do that too. They must have like a list of like
Well, why?
people
Yeah,
that buy stuff regularly that
why
aren't
can't
like,
they do that? I mean, we had mentioned that on our podcast, saying like, look, I don't even know how many points I have, but it's a lot. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
just go by that. Just look like, oh shit, Mark spent $1,000 on New Balance this year. Like, put him in this tier of people.
yeah,
I don't know.
Yep.
I don't know how difficult it would be. I mean, I
No,
really
but
like, I don't.
they
Did
could
you?
absolutely do that. Yeah, they could have raffles for people who are in the gold tier and the silver tier and the bronze tier. You get an extra raffle entry if you're in the gold tier. You get early access like ALD is doing, something like
Exactly.
that.
That's what I was just going to bring up. Did you
There's
guys?
something.
Did you guys enter on any of that with the 550s?
Yeah, they came through today. Got all three.
I got all three too. I
It
mean,
was
so hopefully
amazing.
with him taking over, maybe he can. I know he's only in charge of Made in USA, but maybe he can implement some kind of a system just like he's doing at ALD.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah. I
mean,
mean, I
it
I really, it's about production numbers too, I think. And that was like, I think that was kind of the past 2 years that has kind of been like the trouble, is like they have, they were putting out 800 pairs of like a GR, right? A made in the USA GR. And the demand is just so much more than that, right? So like, you're getting 50,000 people on average just every release. They're made in the USA like factories. I just from what I know, they're not making that, right? They're not making 100,000 pairs of generally anything. I think the Joe Fresh Goods recently, I think they hit it, and I think the Bodega, the
Joe Fresh Goods
997,
hit 100,000 pairs.
I think he hit 100,000 pairs with the. Oh, maybe not. No, no, no. I think he hit like 70,000 pairs. Is
Wow.
what I heard, but it's probably wrong. I think,
I mean, it could be the prices are dropping on all the other platforms, so I mean, it could have hit that.
yeah. I mean, the 997S's, the what was the last one? Like the not the No Bad Days, the
I know the
better
red
than
one.
that.
I don't know
yeah,
the name. The red
yeah,
ones.
the last one, the last pair they did hit
Better than
100,000
that.
pairs. I
Yeah, I
know
know
that.
that because that's the same thing. I remember because I think what year did the first one come out? That was when I wasn't really like paying attention super much, but I really wanted that shoe. And I'll never
Yeah,
forget going on that site, and it was like some weird video, and there was like an open chat in the bottom, and then all of a sudden everyone's like, "Yeah, got him," and I'm sitting there like, "What do you mean? Like I didn't even I didn't even see the shoe pop up on the screen. I'm still watching
yeah,
the commercial."
yeah, yep. I remember that too, because I was like, I didn't know people were like going after stuff.
And
Like,
neither did
and like you
I.
said, New Balance has always been like collaboration's always been tough to get, but like it was never like that. Like that was like the first. That was
Yes,
one of the
that was
first
the
times.
first one where I was like, "This is fucked."
Yeah,
But no, but I had heard them say like whatever they made, they kept going up from there because they saw
yeah,
how pissed off everyone was. So they went up, you know, I don't know the numbers, but I know they went up a lot from,
yeah, yeah. It was really high. It was really high, I think, for those. I just And so I'm always like, well, and it seems like an ALD is kind of doing this where everything is like made in Asia, right? So we
Yeah.
get, because they had problems when they did the 1300s, but they didn't have problems when they did the 550s. Everybody got a pair. Everybody was able to like enter the raffle and get a pair, right? I didn't hear anyone complain about like, oh, I didn't hit on the raffle. Everybody got one.
You're talking
Because
about the
I
one that
think
just
they're just
happened?
able to pump them out with made in Asia production more than they are with the made in USA, you know?
Right. And I mean, well, who knows? I mean, where did this stockpile come from? Like, how old is it? Like, I don't know how any of that stuff works. I know NB is like hurting like really, really bad right now over in Vietnam. Like the shit over there is like beyond messed up. So
Oh,
it's
everybody, Nike supposedly 160
Yeah.
million pairs that they weren't able to make that they projected that they wanted to. I mean, that's mind-boggling. That would hurt any company.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I mean, this is just hearsay things that are told to me. But apparently, like the first quarter next year is looking like really rough. Like just like little to nothing really popping up.
Starting now, I mean, every company, really pretty much any manufacturing industry that went to Vietnam from China a couple years ago when everybody was jumping over there, they're going to be competing against each other. It'll be interesting to see how it affects prices and inventory as a whole. I mean, there are a whole host of issues associated with it, and it's no secret. I mean, whether
Mhm.
the brands want to admit how much it's impacting them is a different story, especially when you are a Nike or a Saucony or a brand that might be owned by somebody else or publicly traded. New Balance being privately owned, they don't have the same concerns and they don't need to share that stuff. They can keep that close to the vest.
Right.
But it definitely has that impact for sure. I can imagine they're sweating bullets, and we've seen it impact a whole host of things.
Absolutely. And I read actually interesting article, kind of them bashing New Balance for hiding behind the 70% made or assembled in USA.
Right.
So they were kind of, so I mean, we don't know, like, I don't know, you don't know how much of that is actually made in Vietnam, even though it's a USA made shoe. I mean, how much is that really fucking them up, you know?
Yeah.
There's certain, I'm sure it's changed a little from when I was last in the factories, but talking to people there, like in Lawrence, in that area, there's certain things they can't do. There's certain components that they can't assemble. There's certain materials they just can't get here. So there's a limitation, I'm sure, with a lot of the products. If they could source them exclusively in the USA for the made in USA products, they would, but it's just not feasible. They don't want to hear about all these, all these numbers and all the controversies because it just doesn't go away and it doesn't benefit them. If the talk could just be made in USA and not made in USA with an asterisk, yeah, of course, they would love that.
Mhm.
No, of course. I mean, it's
Yeah.
not going to stop me from buying them anyway. I still
No.
know they're amazing quality, and I still know they're incredibly comfortable. So, if someone came out and told me they were made in Vietnam tomorrow, I'd be like, oh, all right. And I might be kind of mad about the price point, but
Yeah. I mean, I do. The only thing that I have a problem with is I don't mind like the stuff like the 2002 R's and
I
like
love
the
that shit.
550s. They're great. Like, and I don't know what they would be like if they were made in the USA. But when you go from like a 997 made in the USA to like a 997H, like it's a big drop off for me. And I'm like, that's like
It's
you're not
great.
gonna
I was having a conversation with a friend of mine, and she doesn't think that there's that much of a drop off at all.
really.
Yeah, she's like, wow, you really like don't like the H that bad? Like you really think it's that much of a drop off? And I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I own both pairs.
I
Like,
own
mean,
both pairs too.
I can
Right.
hold them both in my hand. I can put them both on my feet. I know there's a difference.
Oh
I mean,
yeah, there's definitely a difference.
I
And
mean,
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it because I know it's not for me. I know it's for somebody else. I know it's
yeah,
like,
that's exactly. That's for somebody like people look at us three right now in this room, and we tell them we spent $200 on a pair of shoes. They're gonna think we're out of our minds. You know what I mean?
crazy.
I tell
Absolutely.
my sister asked me like, oh, what's a good pair of New Balance? She just asked me this. And I think she brought up a picture of the Desert Scape 920s. And I was like, that's like over a $200 pair of shoe. I go, it might be going on sale now somewhere. She was like, what? She goes, I would never. I go, what do you want to pay? She goes like 60, 70 bucks. I go, you better find another brand.
997H.
Yeah. I don't even know what is the price tag on those.
They're $100, right? Aren't they?
100, yeah.
Even above what she wanted to pay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So like you get a coupon and
Yeah, I can
they're
get her
sitting.
the $20 off, like I get on almost everything I go in there for. But
Yeah, they're sitting. They're there. So I
they're
get
there.
it. I get it. I'm just also like, hey, can I get a little bit of can I get a little made in the USA 997 or 998?
Just a little bit. I mean, I
Yeah.
was bummed when what was it, a month ago or 2 months ago when J. Crew dropped those 299, because I was in there talking to a manager and he was like, yeah, we've got, and he was right. He's like, we got a lot of things coming, a lot of big things. But the first thing I saw were those 997Hs from J. Crew, and I was like, H's, what the hell? But then no, the 2000, whatever the fiasco is going on, those are stuck on some kind of cruise ship somewhere. I don't know what they sent an email, a weird email out. I'll get it over to you guys if you haven't seen it. But yeah, 2002 Oz, those are all beautiful, even though they're all ripoffs from like Aries and Kith and whatnot. But I like them, especially the Kith looking ones. I thought were really cool looking.
Wait, which one was that?
The 2002 R from J. Crew, it looked like the United Arrow color.
The gray
Oh, I know what you're talking about. The one that was like gray with the purple and the pink.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it looked just like a straight up rip off of that colorway, did it not?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh,
And then-
completely.
and then-
It was a tribute.
The highlighted one looked like the Aries one. I don't know. But yeah, and then I put a phone order in for the 992 J. Crews, which those look fucking gorgeous. I wanted that bad. Like they canceled. They had a big excuse for that one too. Those weren't supposed to come out until XYZ. I was like, all right.
Mid-October, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
they didn't ship them.
You
They
know-
canceled.
Yeah, they canceled.
But I'm not worried. I'll get them anyway. I mean,
Yeah.
you guys have J. Crews around you? You must.
Yeah.
Yep, I have a J. Crew right down the street from me, actually.
Yeah, you just go in there. I mean, my whole life, I just go in there. They're never on display. You just go I'm going the back. I'm letting everyone know right now. You just tell them like, I want the New Balance. They always look at you like, New Balance. I'm like, yeah, dude, the New Balance is in the back. Oh, I'll check. Okay. But yeah, they're always there. I've always
I actually get an employee discount at J. Crew. I get 10% off.
Nice.
I haven't been in there in a while, but I might have to pick those up. They look so good. And I'm
992.
Yeah, I'm just over the 992 so much. Like they dropped so many.
Yeah, I have. So that's what I've been having like a lot of conversations with people like, why all the wackadoo crazy colorways? Like just bring back the tan ones, make a bunch of navy blue ones, make a bunch of black, make a bunch of gray. Maybe I'm basic and boring, but those are the best ones. Like just make a shit ton of those. And I could care less about your weird highlighter ones and purple, orange ones or whatever. What are the ones you sent me, Eric? The with the Paisley guy?
Yeah, the Gap Year, Darius Paisley, blue, yellow.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you guys like those. Maybe I'm just talking for myself right now, but like all those wacky 992 colorways, like I'm all set. I don't need them.
I think I had 8 pair at one point last year. And then like just like you said, I was like, all right, I don't need all of these. I sold everything but tan, gray, and blue.
Bingo. You know what I mean? It's just so that I mean, I will say the purple ones and the yellow ones, like those hit hard for me. I like both of those a lot.
Yeah, they're good. Those are good too.
Those are great. I'm eyeing your 991.5 purple ones up there right now.
Yeah.
Those are clean.
I wish they made more 991.5s.
So I can't believe they're sitting at my local right now. The new one they did, and I don't know why. I should probably pick those up. I mean, I almost thought
There's a new 915?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
What are they called? The selected edition? Dave, you've seen them, yeah?
I haven't
What
seen
color
them.
are they?
What color are they? They're like maroon, blue. They're all different kind of colors. They just came out like probably back in May. They did a 1591. They did a 1500 with a 991.
Oh yeah, I do know what you're talking about. I do know what you're talking about. Yeah.
991.5. Yeah. And they also did a 670, just with the same thing, a selected edition, whatever the hell that means. But yeah, I held them all in my hand and I was just like, yeah. But
yeah, it's a good pair. It's a good pair. It reminds me a lot of the what was it? Not the surplus pack.
Yes, no, but that is what it reminds me of.
Yeah. It is the surplus pack.
The sample lab pack, the surplus, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Pack and, yeah.
I mean, to me, the greatest thing they did this year and it was mostly for like guys like us. Was made responsibly 998s. I ran in there from work, all in my freaking stinking like gasoline. Like, you guys still got size 9s? And they were like, yeah. They brought them all out. And I'm lucky in that aspect, because I don't know if you guys just had to order online. You have no idea what the hell's going to show up at your door. I was in the thing with the guy, like, those suck. I'll take this one, and I take this one. Got out of there, but because I seen a lot of them, they were terrible, like the lake.
A lot of terrible ones. I agree 100%. Like, I feel like that was the moment that they had for this year that was like, okay, this is for sort of enthusiasts, because nobody knew what they were going to get for the most part, right? And so it was like, if you're a 997 or if you're a 998 fan, like, it doesn't matter to you. You're going to go and you're going to buy that and you want it. And so all the enthusiasts kind of lined up and got theirs. And then everybody was like, for like a week, it was like, oh, this is what I got. This is what you got. This is what I got, right? And it was
I loved it. I was annoying everybody. I was like, show me what you have. Show me what you have. And like, I saw a couple of people, and I was like kind of pissed because they looked identical to what I had. And then they had like the little piece on the heel was just a different color. And I was like, all right.
Yeah.
Because you know, they promised, and they're all one of one. So I was looking. I was like, I better not find one that looks just like mine.
I got to do like you did, because Richie, New Balance 365.
Yeah,
he was in the store and he showed us. I was like, show me all the size 12s you got. And I was like, yeah, I'll take that one. And so I got a really good one. And everyone after the fact.
Which color is yours? Yeah, go grab them. I wanted the. Oh, nice.
Yeah, because it's got the reflective, the multicolor reflective N, and then the heel tab. But I've seen a couple that don't have the multicolor reflective, and then also they have like, it'll be like all gray here, it'll be all gray on the toe box, but like it'll be like one little thing, and I'll be like, ooh, no, that wouldn't have been good. So I was glad that I got the pair that I got.
Yeah, those are nice. You know, the one I wanted so bad was it was like the craziest colorway on there. I don't even know if you remember it, but it was on the website. And they had like all the ones that we all have, and then there was like one like wicked. I'll find a picture of it and send it to you. Like, I wanted it so bad. I don't know if anybody got it. I haven't seen anybody really post it, so I don't know if it was just like a promo picture, but it looked crazy.
Was it because this isn't? I mean, technically, this is sort of the first time they did it, but they did something similar, or they did a 998, but it was like, what was it? Was it all like recyclable materials or something? Or no, it was like hand dyed or something. Because it was
How
like,
long ago was this, man? If this was in like 2015, 2016,
no, it was like last year. It was like last year, or the year before, and it was like they were all the same color. Yeah, it was a 998. They were all the same color. It was like tan and green. It was like very neutral color and kind of looked like
Eric, you know what he's talking about?
Oh, I barely remember, because I remember a kid getting them and offering them or selling them for a silly price, but I don't remember any of the details at all.
Maybe once I see it, it'll like jog my memory, but I can't think of it at all right now. Green and brown and neutral.
It was very neutral, yeah. It was
You didn't get it?
No, I didn't get it. And it was like one of those, it was back when like things were kind of sitting. And it was really nice. I think one person I know got it, but it's like one of those pairs that like, man, I wish I had gotten it back when it dropped.
Like, oh God, I'm like, like vague
all I can think of right now, and it's not what you're talking about. I'm thinking of those weird festival pack ones right now.
No, those would have been, those were in like 2018, 2019, yeah.
My bad.
There they are. Hold on. I think I got a picture when it loads.
When it loads, are you in dial-up now? Dang.
It feels like it sometimes.
It's
on some weird website.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, some of these obscure projects, they come and go. It can be hard to keep track of all of them, especially things like that, unfortunately. I kind of remember something limited, like, like the number 75 is in my head, but
it's E&E, M998 E&E.
Oh, I know those. All right, all right. I didn't know those were a limited pair though. They call them like what do they call them? The Hillborough something or something weird like that.
I don't know what they're called. This is saying that it's white E&E white, but
Yeah,
and
I've seen those. I've
98
actually seen those out. Like,
Yeah, I mean, they pop up randomly. I've seen them. But this was kind of the same thing where it was like, it was all like different materials. It wasn't like traditional like 998 materials, or from what I know, it was like recycled materials in the toe box and stuff. So it was a pretty cool pair, and it was one of those ones that, like, it's hard for me to rock like light colored suede stuff because I feel like I'm gonna destroy it. Um, like gray is like farthest I'll go sometimes. But they were nice, and I kind of miss like cool products like that popping up on New Balance that are kind of
bro, I miss a lot of models, man. And
yeah.
I'm hoping. I mean, I don't know how much say is like Teddy gonna have in what models he gets to play with. I mean, are they gonna like bring back molds for this guy to do shit, or I really have no idea. I mean, they obviously already have. I was told they're pushing the V2 like very strong next year.
From what I hear, the 993 is going away.
Yeah, so I've been told that I've been told that by multiple people that work for MB that the 992 and the 993 are both going away in June of 2022. And I've also been told that I'm a fucking idiot and to shut up and I don't know what I'm talking about. So
Same sentence, sir.
I'm fine with the 992 going away. The 993 though never got.
I feel like why would that go away? They haven't even done anything.
Exactly. That's what I said. Because it's
like imagine if I could get man, it's like if all these things they do with that 992, if they could do it for the 993, man.
It'd be great.
The 993
a way better shoe. Go ahead, my bad.
The 993 basically became and was an outlet shoe. Like when when I was working at the flagship store, we tried to bring in the 993 and they said, you can't have it. It's an outlet shoe. It took a while. Eventually they relented. Yeah, it was an outlet shoe. They didn't want us to have it. And it was synonymous with the outlets. I mean, we were selling it at full price, but still they treat it as an outlet shoe. So I think it's a good idea. And they've done it occasionally. The 574 is a great example. 997, 998. And the higher end shoe where they pull it back and it gives people a chance. Like look at NB1, getting rid of NB1. You see people chomping at the bit. Get rid of it, let it sit, let it build up again, bring it back, and see what happens. And the timing is definitely strange because it seems like it could be a hot shoe right now. They don't even have to pull it back to create that fervor for it. It's there. But it's what they're doing, and they have plenty of other shoes, plenty of other options for sure.
Well, they got Teddy's doing the whatever. What are they calling them? The beef and broccoli and the chicken and rice or whatever the hell they're calling them. But he's got those pushing those out, so maybe that's the start of something. Maybe I really have no idea. I would like to see like so many I mean Dion's working on something. I doubt it's a 993, but it would be cool if it was.
Yeah.
I mean, all I know is it's not a V3. I mean, that's all I know.
Which is crazy because shoot, the pump is primed with Bodega, Joe Fresh Goods, with Kith. Like
he just did one. Well, didn't just do one, but several years ago.
Yeah, 2015 to 2016. That
I think it was 27. Maybe it was 2016. But he did the white V3s.
That they did 100 pairs. 100 pairs.
100?
Yeah, there's only 100 of them.
Jeez, I did not know that.
Yeah.
All these vendors right now, like it's ready to go. Like they've laid the groundwork for it, and you expect more to happen with it. And I mean, not even GRs we're even seeing really. So it's like, what's the holdup? And I'm sure there is a legit reason why it's getting a holdup, but dang, it's like we're ready for it. We're ready. Like right now, things are a little quiet, just a little. Like even, even the Joe Fresh Goods 990 V3, it kind of, there was some fever pitch, but it kind of fizzled out. And I mean, it was kind of bungled to a degree as well, what kind of happened with that. But man, you would think they'd be able to build on it, but it's just kind of nothing.
I don't know, man. I've been told by multiple friends that at the company that there's not a size 9 black 993 anywhere in the country for me to have. in any store.
I believe it. I mean, they can check pretty easily, so it's what can you do? But
That's
there's probably
wild.
one sitting in the store somewhere. Just gotta.
I'll take a 4E at this point.
You might have to. Jeez.
Yeah. I just need to get a blue pair. I need to get a blue pair of 993s. And I've been
I can get you that tomorrow.
they're sitting. They're sitting on the site.
There's
And I'm
a
kinda
wall of
like,
them.
huh?
You want a 12 indigo blue 993?
No, I need a 13. I need a 13 and a 993.
13. Dude, you must have a fucking hell of a time getting shoes, bro.
It's
It must have to be a hassle.
yeah, it's a struggle. It's a struggle. I wear a 12 and 997, 998 and the 1500 just because I don't want to put myself through it. To get I have 13s in them and it's a little floppy. 12 and a half would be perfect because I have what is that? I have a 990 V5 and it's a 12 and a half and it's like the perfect fit. 12 is like a little snug, but I deal with it. But in like the 993, 992, I can't do it. They gotta be a 13.
Okay.
It's
That's
not.
weird. That's the opposite for me. Is I half size down in the 992, 993.
Oh, really?
Isn't that
'cause
weird? Yeah.
It's not width. It's not width for me. So for a lot of people, they say, "Oh, the width on the 992 and the width on the 993," but like they're really wide on me. So I always it's more the length. I need the length.
Gotcha.
But they're nice. I mean, I don't know. I wish that they did more 13s or did a 12 and a half. Cause like the Joe Fresh Goods, right? And the bodegas. Everyone was like, "Oh, well, I was able to get my size for like under retail." They eventually dropped to under retail.
Do
And the
you
size
have both of those?
13. What?
You have both of those?
No. The size 13 never drops below like 350. And I'm like, I'm not paying that. Like you go
which
hold
shoe?
it. What?
For what shoe?
For the Joe Fresh Goods or the Bodega, 990, the V3,
Both are at 350?
they're both above 350
Oh,
in my
geez.
size. The Joe Fresh Goods is at 450.
Yeah, pretty much any hot shoe right now, any of like those refined future pairs, they're expensive in the size. Like I know the Paper Boys from months ago.
Yeah.
The fried
All
eggs.
those hot shoes, if you're a 13, just you got to win a raffle or forget it. You got to pick those. It's rough.
I just got a notification that I lost the raffle for the
London.
the cake not crumbles, the London Marathon 991s.
Yeah, I got that one.
I just lost.
They probably had like 12 pairs of those max. They couldn't
Did you
have
see-
many.
Did you see the size run they had at SNS?
No, I didn't.
It was very awkward.
It was real
like
awkward.
7, 10, 12. We're done. I was like, oh, okay.
Just all their friends wanted a pair. Damn.
Yeah, I don't know. That was a cool shoe, man. I really wanted that.
That and the what was the shoe that came out from Rome? They did a 991 and the 1500, the gray.
Yeah, with the red on the front, like the red writing on the front. Yeah,
Those were super limited too.
And those are pairs that are easily forgotten. Like who even remembers those? It's crazy. They were pretty sweet. They were different. I think they dropped.
991 and 1500 with gray and red on it.
Yeah, it was like one block down. I think released
Was
them.
that who did it? Yeah, in Rome. They were in Rome, right?
Yeah, it had like it was right in the front across the.
Or was it the lace block?
I got a 1500. It had like the red writing across the front. I
Yeah.
think it's limited edition. I'm not even positive what it
And
said.
it had like a yellow lace lock, like a yellow and red lace lock.
Yeah, I saw someone on Insta wearing them the other day, and before that, I was like, shoot, I had forgotten them completely.
Completely forgot about them. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
But
remember.
that's when releases are going well. When stuff like that drops, like those 1600s in Japan, those are great.
I got
the writing.
somebody hooked me up with a freaking link to those, man. I love those. I wanted the 1700 version of them for a long time. I still want those, but yeah, I'm lucky enough to get the 1600. Those are beautiful shoe, man.
They are, yeah.
Comes with the dust bag and extra insoles, all the cool stuff, extra
Oh
laces.
man.
And that's a throwback kind of thing, but that's going to be overshadowed by all the other projects that go on, which it's fine.
Yeah,
I feel like
I feel like nobody really cares about that shoe. Like,
For the most part, 1600. Yeah, I love the 1600. I'm kicking myself still for passing on pairs. If
So
you've probably seen the Frank the Butcher sample that never
with the
happened.
stars.
Yeah.
Oh
Beautiful.
my god, dude! What happened with those?
They got scrapped. I mean, it was a
That's-
long time ago.
I
Yeah.
fucking wanted those so bad, dude, with the stars on the freaking mesh.
I think a sample size hit eBay or something for
Yeah.
a funny amount, but other than that, yeah, nothing.
Yeah, he talked about why that got scrapped.
Did he?
Yeah, he was on the Complex Sneakers podcast. He talked about like being like sort of like in limbo when those were supposed to come out, and it was supposed to be like his sneaker, right? As opposed to like concepts, I believe, because it was like
Gotcha.
right after
So
he
more like a
left.
Joe Freshgood sneaker, not yeah.
Yeah, and they were like, no, this is our shoe, and he's like, no. So then
And it
it was
really just got scrapped just because of that.
yeah, because it was basically this big dispute over whose shoe it was and who was going to get the label for it, I believe, and they just decided not to produce it.
That's too bad. How long ago was that? That was like right when I was fucking getting into shoes, I think.
That was a while ago,
right?
Yeah.
Because that's when I remember like all this stuff. Like I said it in my podcast, the things that we're loving. I don't know if you guys I don't know how you guys been fucking with New Balance for about 10 years ish.
So
Yeah.
yes,
you
and
have.
no. Yeah,
But
yes,
you
and
guys,
no.
but even let's just say prior to 2019, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I don't know if you guys were or not, but I never wore any 992. I never wore fucking 990s really. That was like all DMV shit. Like everything I was into was I was really into 580s. I was really into the 1600s and 1500s and 999s. Those were like
999s. Yeah.
if I could get any of those, that's all I was getting. Everything else was like my dad wore like 992s and shit. Like to me those were just like goofy shoes. Little did I know.
Yeah, I mean they still feel kind of goofy when I put them on. I'm always like, and the problem
now
for
I think
me-
they're super clean, man. Now I'm like really into them,
but like the problem for me is like I have a gray 992 and I have a gray 993. I will put on the gray 992 and go, oh, but I got a gray 993. I'm just gonna wear that because it's more comfortable. It looks better. Like I don't know. I'm just like I always go for that, and so like my 992 just sits. I actually wore it today because I was like, I don't care. I'm just gonna wear it, and my daughter stepped all over them, but whatever.
So that's all I have. Like everything's like for the most part in boxes, and then all I have on the floor are gray V5s, gray 993, gray 992. That's it. And then like I'll grab something, like actually as of recently, I've been trying to wear like a different shoe every day.
That's what I try to do too. I try to like really rotate through. It's really hard though, because like I just want to wear the 993 every day. That's all I want to do. But now that they're getting rid of them, I'm like, man, I gotta get another pair.
So I got my favorite 993s are the military green ones that I have right now.
I got
those are so sick, man. I had to hunt those down. I was lucky enough to get those at retail.
Jeez, I remember when they were like, you get them for $80 on eBay. Like possibly, I think they went as low as 65. I think, but I know they were around 80, and it was still like, I don't need them.
What? Yeah, me either. That's what. So anytime I see something like that, I'm like, I'll come back to it. I'll save my money. I'll put it towards something that's like really hot, and I'll grab that. And then I can always think I'll come back. Like right now, like take like I love the 1500 still. And there's like those BSG ones. There was an excellent one that someone showed me today. I think it just came out. They kind of did the same colorway on a 577 and a 920. I don't know if you guys it's pretty new. I forget the styling code, but
the SDS, not the SDS.
No. This is like new. Like today is the first day I saw it. I'll send you a picture. I'll send you a picture after. But it was like $220 because I was like, I want this like right now.
Yeah.
And $120, and I was like, fuck that. Like I'm not gonna do it. I know, like I wanted those black 1500s. They're already down to like 140, so I'll probably get those soon. Same thing with those awesome the gray and yellow ones. I can get them for like $114 right now. Those are two amazing shoes. I want the navy 1500s to drop a little bit lower, and then I'll grab those too. But those are just shoes like I don't know, the hype beast don't know about them. They should do another collab on those. A collab on the 1500s, a collab on the 577s. I think those would be dope.
And then see, that's the problem though, right? Because I remember they did those 3 577s back to back. They did was it SNS, and then High Snobiety had a pair with Hikmet, and then who's the other one? Then they had another pair.
Hannon did the other one.
That's right. And then like
That's the
for
best
like
one.
6 months, 7 months, you couldn't get a 577. They were just gone. It was like every time they hit retail, every time they hit the shelf, they were gone.
So
It's
that's
crazy.
how everything goes, right? Just in cycles of whatever they're pushing, whatever they're brainwashing people into saying this is the shoe of today, then everything else gets sold out, I guess.
Because Pata did the same thing, that Pata 991 from earlier this year.
Those are beautiful.
Beautiful shoe. I remember when it dropped, people were like, "Oh, this is the shoe of the year," and so like I was scared because I really like 991s, and I was like, I'm never gonna get one after this because like
You get it?
what I didn't get that one. No chance. But I got the pink, I got the pinks, and then I got the anniversary pair, and I was surprised. I was like, man, I thought these were gonna be harder.
Yeah, me too. And then I was like, damn, I spent $265 on. I was happy to get them. You know what else? One of my favorite pairs that nobody ever talks about is another 992 though. Those Todd Snyders that I just recently posted. Those are fucking sick.
They are so amazing. And I was so mad. I'm a huge Todd Snyder fan.
Me too.
And so when those dropped and like they sold out, I was livid. I was so pissed. Cause I was, I buy Todd Snyder all the time and stuff. His stuff usually sits. Like he was another one.
Yeah, those gorgeous 997s with the flying NB on them. Those are fucking amazing shoes,
Amazing.
The wine colored, the burgundy purple ones.
Is that the pair you got?
For that shit. Anything purple, anything pink, man.
Yeah, I regret not buying more pairs or buying all three. I only bought one. I bought the gray pair, but that's a great shoe. And he's done some like really, really great stuff. So it was disappointing when those left.
The
when
V3, the pale ale and the dark ale V3s before the V3s were a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
dark and stormy, the dark and stormy 998s.
Yeah, the Hudson.
Oh yeah. Ooh.
I mean, he kills it. That's what I'm saying. Like things from before the hype train, like the concepts of the world, the bodegas, the J. Crew, Todd Snyder. I'm probably missing something, but I mean, that's all I really need.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the things, the Bape 2002 hours, the black ones, I wanted those so bad. No idea what.
I didn't even know they dropped. Like, I didn't even know they released. I saw people with them, and I'm like, they released, and they were like, oh, yeah, they dropped Saturday.
Kawhi Leonard had them on? I haven't seen anybody with them. What the hell?
Yeah,
I know two
really
people that have pairs.
Wow.
I know two people that have pairs.
I don't know anybody.
Tone of My Voice in New York, and then Sneaker Law Firm has a great pair.
Yeah, man, I wanted the freaking shock on the back of it. I thought it was so sick. Even though I'm not a Bape guy by any means whatsoever, I just thought that was an amazing shoe.
They grew on me. Like, I like the green pair. They really, like, after a while, I was like, okay, these are dope. Like, I like them. And then it was just never even a raffle or anything to, like, have some sort of chance at all, right?
Well, I had a very small chance. I said this story on the podcast too. Do you guys ever heard of Soul Savvy?
Yeah.
So I'm in one of those. I think I'm in like the original Slack that they had. But I was in there and a couple of guys. I'm like one of the only like big New Balance guys in there. So I had a couple of them trying for me, and we were all on the site. And whatever, 7 minutes went by and nothing dropped. And it was supposed to drop at, let's say, 10 o'clock. And then all of a sudden, all it was women's sizes.
Women's, yeah.
And we were like, oh well. Went about our day, and I kind of text them like, dude, I guarantee you in like 10 minutes, like they're just gonna drop the male sizes randomly. And they're like, yeah, maybe. And then like I put my phone down, doing shit, and like I got a bunch of messages. Yo, you were right. That's exactly what happened. And I was like, what? No way. I was like, did anybody get them for me? No. That was it. But I haven't, and then they never released. No one else ever got them after that I saw. But that was
No.
directly straight from Big.
Yeah, that was tough. That was a tough pair. I like the 2002R. I feel like it's been one of those shoes where they do really good GR colorways, aside from the like copying the United Arrows and the Aries colorways. But
Well, those are like an exclusive. But I mean, the GRs,
no, they're
like,
not.
they're not
No, they're on New Balance website right now.
really.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. I thought for some reason I thought those were exclusives.
I thought they were too, and then Richie was like, "Oh, I have them in hand," and I was like browsing the New
So
Balance
they're
site.
not
And I
stuck on a
saw 'em.
cargo ship.
What?
I said, so they're not stuck on a cargo ship, like the email told me. They're at Richie's house.
Maybe. I think they have them. Like I haven't seen the purple one. I haven't seen the purple and pink one, but I saw the Volt one for sure. Yeah, that definitely was on the New Balance site. I checked earlier this week. But like I really like what they did. I like the refined future pack. That was dope. I wish that they had brought the anniversary pair over, that really dark gray from last year. That was just overseas. That was Japan only, the grade A pair.
It is, yeah.
Everything
was
that they
like-
do that's Japan exclusive is just amazing. It pisses me off. They
Yeah,
get all the great shit.
they do. Well, they made it there, so
I wanted those. I wanted those. It was just a plain gray pair of 1700s earlier this year. I was trying so bad. I was like, anybody in Japan, my friend that wants to help me. Are you guys seen those? They just regular gray
Yep.
1700s, but I loved them. I thought they were sick.
Like the classic GR one.
That's it. That's all it was.
I think that's like a year-round thing there. I don't think they do that exclusively. I think you can always get that, I believe.
No, I mean, you might be right. This was like really, really, really light gray. I don't know. It didn't seem like a regular, but I don't know.
I think a friend of mine, I think a friend of ours from the chat got a pair, because I do know somebody in Japan actually.
Those are clean. Those are really clean. And then people kind of hate on the how basic those double taps are, the V2s, but I would love to have those just because I know I'll wear the fucking living shit out of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're so wearable that those just will be on my feet constantly. So I thought those were actually really cool. And I liked all the clothing that went with it. You know, just taking the little USA thing off the back and turning that into a whole apparel thing. I thought was cool.
Yeah, that was really cool. I feel like the problem with like some of the brands that they go to now though is that they're not like ALD, right? ALD does stuff and they'll make it so it's like widely available. Like all three of us got 550s, right? From this round.
Yep.
Like I got the 1300. I technically I didn't get a 1300, but I got a 1300, right? But I won a 1300. Like the 550s. What?
What do you mean? What are you talking about? 1300s? I put a pre-order in for them, if that's what you mean. I got the green ones 8 months later.
I put in a pre-order too, but they canceled my order 8 months later, 10 months later, actually.
Oh.
Because they had issues with the size 13. Surprise.
Oh.
They had some issues at the warehouse with size 13 green. So they ended up canceling my order. And
well, at least they're fucking under retail now.
550s for free. So the new 550s, they gave me a free pair.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you want that one, definitely.
Yeah, especially since the 1300s are below retail. You know what I mean? I copped the pink ones right after, and I always do this. I say this all the time too. Whenever there's a pack, I always pick the wrong pair first, and then I realize how much more I want the other one. Like, I picked the green ones. I was like, this is dope. Like, I love this green. And then I got the pink ones, and I just wear those way more. Anything New Balance pink, I wear all the time. But same thing, like he did the 550s, the green and yellow, and the red and blue ones. And I wanted the green and yellow. Got them, and now I'm like, damn, I want the red and blue ones are way more wearable with everything I own. Like, what am I doing?
They look better in hand too. Like I was shocked at how much better the red and blue. I figured the green and yellow, but now the red and blue just pop. The red and blue just pops more. It was shocking. Such an obvious color.
I'm always picking the wrong one, man.
I got the green and yellow too.
You did the green and yellow too?
And yeah, and I was in a bad place with ALD because of the whole 1300 mix up. So I ended up selling them, but
Oh, you were holding grudges against ALD?
I was real upset. You don't understand. I was really upset after 10 months, like nothing.
Yeah, no, that's a long time to loan somebody your money and then get fucked over.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm fine now. I'm in a better place.
They made up
Always
for it.
forgive it.
But yeah, I did the same thing with the This Is Never That, the 2002 R pairs of those. I got like the grayish pair with the light blue on the back.
Oh
And
yeah.
nobody cares about that shoe. Everyone loves the white one with the PP aged yellow bottom.
No, I like the one you got more, definitely.
Yeah.
That one I actually think I
Definitely.
picked the right one better, but
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
the resale market always tells me I'm wrong.
Resale
They're
is
kind
weird.
they're a nice underheralded or unheralded collab partner. I love their A27s. I mean, it's a silhouette. The A27 I love regardless, but This Is Never That. Just
The brown
I've been
one, right?
Was that the brown one?
Yeah,
The
they did a
brown and
black.
black
They did a
one.
black and
Yeah.
a brown one. But I mean,
And
for me, I like
both.
the brown one.
Yeah, that brown one was it was great. I don't know. I've never had an A27. I've never held one in hand. It just doesn't seem like
They're
it would
okay.
be for me. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I have the AL again. I did it again. I got the So I have the ALD A27s. Everyone loves the all white ones. I
Yeah.
got the pair with that's mostly like the yellow suede.
I got the yellow one. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like that one. So
Me too. I'm with you on that. Oh no, I got the red one, but I'm looking at the yellow. I
oh,
forgot. Like the prices aren't bad on it. I'm like, shoot.
I
got
actually
the
right
red
now I'm
red.
looking at it's not going to happen now because I just hit all three ALD 550s. But I was looking on eBay. There's a size 9, the all white pair for $200. The guy said he wore them like once. It looked pristine to me.
Mm.
I'm always wary of those, but yeah, that's not bad at all. If you can even talk them down a little, maybe you never know.
No, that was talking him down.
Okay. Okay, good. Well, fair enough. Okay, good job.
That was already me telling my mom, "Hey, go offer him $100, and I'll tell this guy to offer him 150, and then I'll come in with 200, and it'll look good."
Right.
You better close that deal before this goes live.
Yeah, it's all right.
I really hope Concepts has something before the end of the year. I hear they do, but
Yeah, no, Dion, he actually, my wife was talking to him, and
What's that now? Why? About shoes?
about shoes because she's
Man,
an
he doesn't get back to
because
me.
she's an attractive girl, and he just wants to respond to her and not anything I ask him. So I just use him as I use her as a vehicle to get information. And now once this goes live, that'll be broken now too. But
well, he doesn't know who your wife is.
I mean, he could put 2 and 2 together if he clicked on her profile and saw my
That's
dumb,
true.
ugly face sitting there. But yeah, I was like, because whatever she kept. I got her the 5740s that he made, right? And she posted them, and he like got back to her like, "Oh, nice, whatever." And then I was like, ask him this, and I'm like, he's not even like wondering like, why is this random girl like know anything about New Balance like that? But he was answering. He's like, no. He's like, I'm doing another shoe, and I was like, ask him if it's a made shoe, and he goes, it is a made shoe, and then I go, ask him what it is, and all he said was, it's not a V3.
Which sucks because I was like, he needs to do some more pairs of that last one, that last
one?
V3. Yeah, that white
I would
one.
like. Oh, and another thing he told her was, and I'm happy that I got her though, because I didn't want you guys didn't get those 5743. Not that there's anything wrong with them.
I did.
I got them, yeah.
I did.
Oh, you did? All right. Yeah, the shoe is just really not for me, the model, but he did a great job, as he always does, packaging details. It was, great job.
Yep.
Bought him for her. She liked him. But the early link, did you guys get him from the early link?
Yeah.
All right. So he said whatever he's doing now, whoever got that shoe, like we're all getting that early link again. So we'll get whatever the hell he's doing, which is awesome.
Well, that's good. That's really good.
And going by like the Kith model, the ALD model, that's what I love that these brands are starting to do. I had a feeling that something like that could possibly open up, those future opportunities. I mean, if not, great. I have a shoe that I want, and if so, even better. So yeah, that's promising. That's promising. I like when brands are rewarding, like they're actually saying, hey, you're buying from us, you're supporting us, we'll give you a chance to support us more. It's tough for those people who can't even get their foot in the door, and
Right.
That's usually me. So I'm glad, ALD, it seems like every single time shoot, give me a chance to buy a 650, I'm buying it. Do I really want the 650? No, but did I know that possibly something would come along? Yeah, I had a feeling. If they're
So
sitting on a money for that long, they're gonna do something for us.
yeah, so that's why I kind of feel, I think you guys actually talked about it on this podcast. Like you feel like strong armed into whatever early link they give you, even if you don't like it, you're just like, "Ah, I don't want to lose my name on this early link list. So I have to, Ronnie's forcing me to buy shoes that I don't want.
It's
Just hope that the next thing
100%.
that comes along isn't too bad, that you actually want the next thing. It's like, I'll take something that's okay to get something that's great. And for me, buying one 650 that I think I'll like and getting three 550s, totally.
Right.
Totally.
Yeah.
Buying the
So I don't,
1300,
you guys are probably, I mean, I'm just like, I'm only 5'9", kind of chunky. Like anything I wear that's a high top just makes me look all cankles. Like it's just all funny. I just feel weird. So I don't really do it. But I did like the way the 650s look. So I mean, I'll give them a try. But yeah, just like you said, just to get your name on the list,
Yeah.
trade it off, get three 550s. I mean, how can you beat that?
I mean,
But-
people buy ALD hats, they buy like sweatshirts just to stay on the list. I mean, if I can buy a shoe that I want anyway, shoot, I'll do that.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a couple of ALD things. Like I got like the Porsche collection that he did. I thought all that stuff was really clean, so I grabbed just a T-shirt off of that stuff, and I have
I mean,
one hat.
You say ALD and Porsche, and I'm just seeing dollar signs, and I'm like, nope.
Nah,
Nope.
I know.
I mean, I'm not buying either one mostly, and then you put them together. It's like, geez.
No, I took the cheese on that one, but
I like ALD. Their stuff is just so expensive. Like,
yeah, I love ALD. I like all their stuff. It's just my bank account doesn't like it that much.
yeah, never. Like
I mean,
concepts. Every time they send me a purchase link, like I feel like I'm gonna go buy a T-shirt. I'm gonna buy something because I'm gonna stay on that list. Like I'm not on the Kith list. I'm still kind of mad about that. Like I haven't bought anything directly. Well, I have. I bought stuff from Kith, but Ronnie doesn't like me, so I'm not on that list to
Damn,
get shoes.
Ronnie and Teddy.
Teddy, no, I'm good with Teddy.
Teddy made it up. Teddy made it up.
Teddy made it up. I'm happy. I hopefully I passed on the 650s because I can't. I'm in the Jordan 1s. I have Jordan 1s. I don't need 650s too, right? Like I don't have Jordan 1 lows, so I could do 550s, right? So like I'm not gonna mess with the highs, but I'll mess with the lows for you guys, right? It's just too much if I go down that rabbit hole. But like
So you
I
were
get so much-
you were always a Jordan 1 guy.
since like 2010. Like
Oh,
I
so
didn't like them before then. Like I wasn't really. There was just something about them. Like when I was younger, my sister bought a pair for me, made me buy a pair, and I wore them because she was like, "Oh, you need ankle support," right? When I was a kid, and I was like,
ankle support.
and I wanted running shoes when I was a kid, and I was like, no, I don't want these. And so ever since then, I was like, I can't do high tops. Like when I got my own money, when I can make my own choices, I was like, I'm not gonna do high tops. And then I hit a point where I was like, oh, I could see what the Jordan 1 is like though. So like I bought them, right? And so now I like them. But like I can't do 650s. I'm just like, I'm not going down that hole.
I don't know if I can do them either. I mean, I might
I don't
once
know
I
that-
come in here and I put them on foot. I don't know if I'm gonna fucking will step outside with them on. I have no idea. But
I don't know that anybody can. Jeez. We didn't get to see. I mean, damn.
But I'm kind of scared. I'm kind of scared now because you guys both said that you got 650s because I really want to be on that 993 list. I really want to make sure when those like beef and broccoli 993s drop.
I mean, you just got the 550s. No, we all got them.
Yeah, but but
They switched
I
the
didn't-
shit. Okay.
I didn't
don't-
buy them, right. Like it was like
what
oh,
were
we messed up, so we're gonna give them to you. So like they reached out like that. So
Oh yeah.
Oh, I thought that
Remind
was like,
them. You gotta find a way to stay in their good graces and remind them. Like, you know, when those 993s come sooner, just, you know, remind them of that order, saying, hey guys, you know, this happened in the past. You know,
yeah, I might have to get a hat or something in the next couple of weeks.
maybe
But
that'll do it.
stay in contact with them. Tell them how grateful you are that they did this for you. Send a nice email. Just
Yeah.
make sure they know how you appreciate this and that you forgive them for their past discretion.
I'll have to do a special post talking about how I would appreciate it.
Something, yeah, whatever it takes, definitely.
Gotta
That's
stay on that
that's
list.
what I just did. I said Teddy Santis for president. Maybe he'll,
I
give me
know.
a-
I'm not on enough lists. I'm on like
I'm
concepts.
on no list.
I'm on concepts. I get concepts and then ALD.
Oh, I'm lying. I don't know why I'm lying. I'm on early access list. I
Yeah.
don't know why. My head went to like seeding.
No,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
I wish. I'm not on those lists.
How many stores even have a list? I mean, obviously ALD, Kith, Concepts. Who else is doing that? I mean, those are the only three I know of.
Bodega.
Are they? They do like
Maybe.
pre stuff like that.
I'm just throwing it out there. I'm not on that list if they have one. I should be.
So it's still pretty unique and a pretty novel concept. And I mean, brands like New Balance taking advantage of it. It would be nice to see them keep doing that and using it to their advantage. The way ALD is doing it, especially, is fantastic.
I think
Even though
no,
there's confusion with it about
The thing
when
is,
stuff is coming out. But
one of you guys brought up was the kind of stiff arming the new consumers. Like obviously they don't want to do that. So I don't know. How do you find the happy medium to pleasing us and pleasing my 19-year-old cousin that might want to start wearing New Balances next year?
well, ALD sort of is doing it right with the pre-order, but they're like a secondary. They're like a secondary retailer. New Balance is the main retailer. Why can't
Right.
they do a pre-order for certain things? Because they're big enough as a brand themselves to be able to get people. Like, I will pre-order whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to have it. I don't care how long I gotta wait. I just don't want to have to fight anyone else, and I don't want to have to pay resale.
Yeah, I
That's
don't even
it.
want to. I'll wait as long. I said the exact same thing on my podcast, and I thought I was speaking for all of us, but a couple of people told me like, no, I don't want to lend my money out to some company to wait on a shoe. And I was like, all right, well, that's you. I would 10 times rather give you my money exact what retail is, because I'm going to be spending it anyway once it comes out.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And just guarantee, load off my mind that I'm going to get this shoe when it comes out. And I think it's good for New Balance too. Now, like, let's just pick a random shoe. And like even a shoe I'm wearing now, like a 1500. Okay, put a pre-order out for this general release. Who wants it? We all do it. Now they're not sitting on an inventory of 10,000 freaking pairs of shoes.
Yep.
Right?
it's the dream if you can pull it off. I mean, what brand doesn't like the thought of taking your money now? Basically, you're paying for all this product and the brand is getting that profit to reinvest in whatever else they want to. I think there's logistics issues that they may have to deal with, especially now where they can't guarantee anything is going to drop. So in order for them to take your money and then, say, yeah, it's going to come, and then delay it or put it off, I don't think that's good. It would be a horrible look. It's bad enough when, it gets delayed with an outside brand like ALD, all the little stuff of the 1300s. It still reflects badly on New Balance to a degree, but for them to do it themselves, it would look that much worse. I also think it's kind of a drop in the bucket for them financially, depending how many they can actually commit to selling.
Yeah.
I'm not sure for it's a $4 billion company. I don't know what ALD does, but I think doing something like that is a much bigger impact for them financially for the effort they put into it than for New Balance. Same amount of effort, not as much return on their bottom line compared to their overall, volume that they do. So it's probably more difficult than it seems, though it would be amazing if they can pull it off.
Yeah, I've always thought, and I've said this before, like a long time ago, that like I'd pay a subscription service to certain brands if I could get access to everything that they released. Like I'd gladly give Kith $100 if they would say, Dave, we're gonna guarantee you every single shoe that we release this year. You pay retail for that shoe, but the $100 just ensures that you have a spot all year, right?
Right.
I'd gladly do it. I'd gladly do it with New Balance. I'd gladly do it with, Concepts. I'd do it with a few other brands, but like, I feel like that, I don't know why, like that seems like out of reach, because it's like, you're going to get this extra bonus rather than having to worry about a reseller, taking that extra profit. You guarantee slots to certain people. And then, from year to year, you're going to grow those slots because people are going to be like, oh, well, I'm not going to pay a reseller. I'm going to pay you $100 And hey, I might pass on two of the three shoes, but the three that I want, or the one that I want, I'm gonna get, and I'm not gonna have to hassle over it. You know what I
That's
mean?
not a
And I
bad.
think that makes more sense.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. You're talking about $100 for the year, right? So that's less than $10 a month to
Yeah.
guarantee your name on a list, to guarantee a shoe at retail price. I would do it. I mean, I think anyone that's that deranged about sneakers like us would do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That's what
think
it comes
again,
down to.
it becomes logistics where they would then have to anticipate, all of the sizes that they potentially need to book, and they would have to pretty much ask you well in advance, do you want this shoe? And then they would be in essence telling you, they would be leaking themselves. So I
Right,
think, I don't think they could do it. I love it as an idea. And if
right.
they could figure out a way to do it, it would be genius. I mean, that would be,
Well,
people
Because
want this
no,
guaranteed way to get product. So
because if you do that, yeah, exactly like he's saying. Like we have no idea. Like let's say they open that up today. We have
Yeah.
absolutely no idea how many idiots like us are out there that are going to sign up on that list. Now, how can we possibly guarantee all these morons this shoe right now? You know what I mean?
I mean, I think
and on top of it, you're trying to, like we said before, the new consumers. Now they're just completely assed out.
yeah,
well, I think it makes sense too. Maybe if you do like, if you did a percentage, so like, all right, we're gonna do 5 shoes. We anticipate 5 shoes coming out this year. We can guarantee you a slot for 2, right? And so like you get to pick the 2, but you got to give us this notice. So like, hey, we're gonna drop this shoe on October 1st. You need to tell us by September 15th if you want this shoe, right? And so I think there are
That
a
goes
lot
back.
of us.
That goes back to what Eric just said about leaking information. Guys like Ronnie, and they love to just like
oh yeah,
roll things out how they roll them out. They
Yeah.
don't want to send Dave an email like, hey, we're doing the shoe, and then have you, oh shit, look at this shoe that's coming out on October 15th. Should I get it?
I mean, but they're already kind of doing that, right? With
That's
the early access link, right? It's just like for concepts, it was a week early. I'm saying 2 weeks earlier than that, right? And that I mean,
2 weeks.
and we knew it was coming. We just didn't know it was, we didn't necessarily know when the early access was coming, like, you know, um, until we got it. So like, I don't know. I feel like, and then you're gonna have those guys that are gonna be like, oh, I'm just gonna get the first 2. I'm just gonna get the first 2. Like they're guaranteeing me access 2 shoes out of the 5. I'm just gonna get the first 2. Like I'm not gonna wait. I'm not gonna hold out, right? And then you're gonna have some other people that are like, I don't know, I'm gonna wait. And then at the end, it's like, all right, we got these people. They either take the shoe or we're just gonna, basically have paid that subscription fee for nothing. And so, you're kind of forced into, all right, I'm going to take this or I'm going to pass and sort of forfeit that money. I mean, I think it's worth trying. I think it's, it's kind of halfway between the early access links and halfway between the pre-order links, because it's one of those things where you kind of have to anticipate how many people are going to buy.
yeah. They would have to limit it to X amount of people size 9, 50 people size 9, 59 and a half, 100 size 10, whatever they could do.
Mhm.
That if they could cap it instead of just being like a free for all, however many want to do it, that would be doable. It's doable. I mean, the one thing about New Balance in particular, they really like to protect their vendor partners, where they seem to want Kith to get the business and Concepts and whoever to get the business before they do, which is admirable. They're taking care of their partners. They see it as this give and take relationship. So that's the only thing where, and I think that's part of why they haven't sold collabs on their website as well. So that's
Is
the only
it?
thing to challenge.
Yeah, I
Until
was gonna say, is that because they don't want to invest in the infrastructure to do it right themselves?
might play a part. I mean, years ago, I remember New Balance at meetings saying, we don't want to run our stores. They were talking to all these independent store owners, and they told these store owners, you run the stores. We do shoes, you run the stores. Well, that's changed a lot. So Yeah, I mean, the infrastructure, I guess, plays a part, and somebody would have to manage it. It would create a whole new position in New Balance, I imagine, which, hey, great, stimulating the economy, fantastic. But I
I'll
mean,
take
hey,
that job.
you know, it would be a whole new division. I imagine they need to invest. I don't know, but I imagine they need to invest more anyway in things like that, in a special project, IT, tech, e-commerce division.
Well, here's the
Yeah.
thing. Just like you just said, they're a $4 billion company, right?
They're doing just fine. Yeah,
Nike's a fucking $40 billion company.
yeah.
So I mean, for them to already be, in my eyes, neck and neck with Nike this year, if not ahead of them for everything they're doing, generating hype, putting out great shit. I mean, it's kind of crazy to just stay, to stay as a private company and do the stuff they're doing. I'm sure it must be harder to some
It's
degree.
incredible. It's incredible. Nobody else is doing that. Every other company is public, has been sold off to this and that, who then got sold off to this and that. So all this consolidation, and New Balance standing on their own, it blows me away. And it's easy to overlook. I mean, I can't overstate like how amazing and incredible that is in this day and age. And I hope that continues. It's great that there's a family in place, and if they keep running it the way it is, then I mean, that's a great American success story.
Absolutely. And just like, that book that you sold me, Derek, I want my book back. Like reading everyone, like just everyone like took like the good advice, like even when he bought the company, and they were like, just one advice, like just keep the widths. Like,
Yeah.
Just everyone down the line, just like really freaking
Yeah.
keeping it how it was. And it's just awesome, man. Just like you said, that's another like big reason why I love New Balance as much as I do.
And it's funny because they, and that's like, to bring it back for me, that's like why, that's the only frustrating thing is like to see, they have like this, they have like sort of like crazy fanatic fans like us that have been around for forever.
Hey.
What?
No, you're right. Call me
But like
crazy.
we've been around for a while, so like to have us, like I feel like they need to do a lot of the things that we really liked about the brands have to stay in order to keep people intrigued, right?
Yeah.
Like made in products need to stay. Like
They gotta cater to everybody, and it's
Yeah.
hard. I'm sure it's
Oh,
fucking difficult, but
it definitely
I
is.
think they're doing a good job. Like I said, they made those 998s, but for us, a couple of other things. I think honestly, most of my like favorite shoes that I bought this year are all GRs for the most part. I mean,
Yeah.
except for I would like the bodegas. Besides those, and if I did own them, like the Potters would be like my number one, and then maybe the Slam Jams. So those would all be collabs. But yeah, I mean the rest, like those new the V2s that came out are unbelievable. The 1500 Desert Skate packs I'm wearing right now, I think are unbelievable. The pink 991s are an amazing shoe. Just so many, great things, just general release wise.
Yeah, Made in UK has been, for me, like they're really doing it. Like they're picking up the slack for where Made in USA has kind of fallen off with the GRs,
Yep.
especially because we get so many great like 997s, 998s, things like that were GRs, and it seems like we haven't. It's just been like 992s, which are okay, like, but I can't live off of 992s alone. I need more than that. So seeing that they're doing like the 920, the 1500, the 991, the 670s, the 577s, the what else? They did something else. Forgetting. Not the 580. 576.
576.
They've done like a
575.
ton of Made in UK stuff, and it's like awesome. And it's like great UK. It's like great packs, right? Like you were saying, the Desert Ski.
Yeah, all three of them. Just they to me, I think they're beautiful. The only thing I always say is just like if any shoes needed a width for my foot, it's Made in England pairs.
Mm-hmm.
I'd kill for a 2E in my size of all my England. I mean, I still wear them and they're fine, but they're a little tight on the toe bugs.
Yeah, they definitely feel slim. Like, I mean, that's what people are looking for. They're looking for that tapered shape, that look. But
Sleek look.
man,
Yep.
oh boy, they are tight. They are
Yeah, right. So it's not just my foot.
No.
no. I mean, I can
No.
go depending on the shoe, like a 1500. I can go half size up. 998, I can't really do that. 992, I definitely am not doing that. So just
No, hell
yeah,
no.
yeah.
I don't like to, because to me, to me, it's just the width. Like I think, like my shoe fits perfect lengthwise right now. It's just if I just had a little bit of room with
Yeah,
this,
that's always the tough
maybe
part.
someone's listening. We're gonna have widths next year in England.
And that's the thing too, because when it comes to a brand like New Balance, I would say they're in a very unique position to actually listen to people because they are a small brand. I think they want to hear what the community has to say. They know there's a rabid fan base, and it may not be huge compared to other brands, but it's rabid. And these people, we will say what we want. We will tell them, and if they can execute, then we will buy it. We will give them the money, and we know that the product will be expensive, and we accept that, and we're good
Right.
with it.
And so that's what I think really separates them with Nike is
Yeah.
they could care less. They like you idiots are gonna buy it anyway. I'll put pen marks all over this bacon, glue shit everywhere. They're still gonna buy it, and they're still gonna buy the next one. So fuck them. And
And Nike can't.
that's basically how I feel every time. Like I was so pumped for the bacon AM90s to come out and the original clots. Like I was pumped to get both of those shoes this year, and I got them. And the clots are fine. I don't have any really problems with those, but those bacons, man, pen marks all over the place.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
really?
kind of like killed it. They killed it for you, right? Like I was dying for a pair of bacons, and obviously my size is really hard to find, really hard to get. On the first release, I didn't get them, and it went like I want to say 3-4 weeks, and then someone was like, "Hey, I got an extra 13. You can have them for retail." And I had seen so many like mismatched pairs, like glue stains, pen marks, like you saw, different colors, just like the shoes be looking like different colors, and I was like, I'm just
Pass.
over it. I'm good. Like I'm
That's
not gonna.
I'm so over it, dude. And that's I think one of your questions in the email was like, what's driving you more towards, New Balance? And it's like not only do I love them, it's Nike. Me begging them to take my money every week on Sneakers app, and them just giving me a big middle finger. So,
Did you see it today? They
I
had
don't
a
even I don't have the app anymore.
smart. It's better that way. You're missing nothing. I
Yeah,
mean,
I'm not honestly like I look because I still go on like sneaker news and just like look at like certain things, and I'm just like
yeah.
but I've always felt like that too. Like even I did actually buy one Jordan this year, and it was just because like I always like to collect any shoe that he actually wore. So I got the Carmine sixes.
Oh, beautiful. I love those.
Yeah,
Love
I
those.
thought. I mean, I don't see myself ever putting them on my feet and walking outside in them, to be honest with you. But I wanted them, so I got them. But like when they started doing the really wackadoo, like I remember when they were doing like I think it was like the Joker 3s or Joker 4s, like
Yep.
8-9 years ago, and I was just like, these are so goofy and terrible, and like they still would sell out, and I'm just like, who's like, unless you're like just some, sorry, like just some like ghetto girl or something, like
Yeah.
rocking around in these things. I just can't see anybody wearing these type of shoes. So
Yeah,
many.
and New Balance will never do a Joker shoe. Come on.
No, my Joker Stray Rats are amazing. I love those shoes.
Hell yeah, me too.
So that's a perfectly executed with the exact same colorway on a good shoe. And this on those Jordan 3s just looked horrendous to me.
Horrendous, yeah.
Do you prefer the
But
gray
they
or
done
the
it with
black?
so many- What?
Do you go for the gray or the black in the Jokers?
I got the gray. Again, I think I messed up. But I actually bought those from I bought those from a friend of the program here, my buddy Black Seal.
Yeah. Yeah, Garrett.
Size 9 gang.
Oh, man.
I think he's the only I think he knows every single person
I think he does.
that wears size 9 and New Balance.
You know what's funny too is because he recently bought the Joe Freshgood 992.
Yeah.
And he told me about it, and immediately I was like, I know exactly who you bought that from. And I did.
That's funny.
But yeah, he was funny. He was like, "What did he offer you with them? I want to make sure I got a good deal."
He's
And
so
I don't even.
ridiculous.
How do you guys feel about that shoe? Do
Which
you
do?
do you love it as much as everyone else? The 992 JFG.
It's great. I mean, one of the
Yeah.
things with the collabs, there are different criteria people have, but for me, it's like, is it readily identifiable? Can you look at it and be like, that's a JFG 992? And you can. I see it from across the street and I'll know what it is. So, and it's a great colorway. There really is nothing else quite like it that I can think of that New Balance has done recently, if ever, as a collab like that. So to me, that's a win. And the way they tied it into All-Star Game weekend with the NBA and the Omnis, like they did everything so right with that drop. It was,
Yeah.
to me, like the perfect New Balance.
Joe
I
Grondin
can't think of a bigger
hitting the
moment
gear.
in New Balance. What's that?
I said Joe Grondin hitting the right gears at all the right times.
Yeah, him and the whole team with it. The everything that they had to do to put that together and to be able to execute it at that point as well with everything going on. Amazing, like huge props to that team for getting it done. Huge. I mean, that was huge.
Yeah, because he did that with like surplus materials too, right?
Right. Well,
and
that
he
was
was
the
like,
big. That was the big thing. Was everyone the purist guys saying this is just an MB1?
Yeah.
I get it. I get it. It was, but it was like he actually had a thought behind it, right? Like, isn't it supposed to be like a beating heart? And
Yeah.
then the blue lace is supposed to be like blood and your veins are blue. And like, so it was like, oh, this is a thought out. He executed something, right? So I thought that was really cool. And then also he had the Omnis as well, right? Which was like,
That's, I have no idea. Eric would know.
I know it.
Eric would know very well
I
about.
don't have the Kawhi.
Oh shit! You actually wear those?
I haven't worn them yet.
Or do you play ball in them or something?
They're for ball. I haven't balled in them yet, but that's what I bought them for. I bought them to play basketball.
Okay. Now, Eric, are you actually walking around on the streets in these basketball shoes you're showing me?
Oh, I never go outside. I never leave the house. Have I worn them outside? Yeah. I can wear these outside. Look at those crazy. Like
I have comfortable
sneakers.
They're super comfortable.
To pull off a sneaker like this, like a basketball shoe, it's completely unexpected. I mean, the outsole on that, all the details on it, it's crazy. You can't even see. It says "Don't be mad" on the inside of the collar. There, I mean, something you can't even see that they put there. Like, why would you even do that? But they did it. This for me was the best shoe 2020. I know everybody else was. I know. Trust me. I know it's not everybody's choice, but
that's a hot take, man.
That is a hot take.
That is a flaming hot take.
It's a beautiful shoe. I know it's not made in USA. It's
they're
not
comfy
for
too.
If you like them, I'm happy you have them, and I want you to wear them until they're talking to you and falling apart.
They're super comfortable. I will say that they're super comfortable.
Yeah.
I was surprised when I got them and put them on that they were as comfortable as they were. They remind me a little bit of Kobe's in how they fit.
Mm-hmm. What size? 12 and a half or?
These are 13s.
You could probably do a 12 and a half in them.
Yeah, I think for me again, like with the Made in UK stuff, it's like.
And I'm not just saying that because there's a 12 and a half I want to sell you. I think you could actually do it
too. What are they?
I would never.
He's biting.
I do. Well, let me show you.
They're not the Joe Fresh goods. I don't want them.
If they're
like the Jolly Rancher pack, like I just like that wasn't doing anything for me. Is that something you like too, Eric?
These are the first ones.
Oh yeah. Those are dope though.
Is that the one I showed you that my wife has in white?
She has the Omnis Low.
Okay.
So she has a low top. It's the same as the Joe Fresh goods, just she has the low top version.
Oh, okay.
Those are clean. I mean, those are nice.
They did like a 997 version of that colorway, right?
Behind me as well. So that one is the famous shoe. I'm gonna just find it just in my house within 10
See, yep.
Damn, those are
Yeah.
sick. I love the fusions like that. Is that a made upper or no?
No, it's the 997. Oh no. It's and it's like a ostrich kind of material here and like a crocodile kind of print leather,
I like
gold
those.
reflective. Yeah. Yeah.
Those
They're
cool.
like the shark, the shoe palace ones.
I think slightly different in how they executed it, the shape
Yeah, because
and certain little details, but yeah, basically. Yeah.
that's made in Asia, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah. It was a shoe. So that one and this Omnis, it was basically an early release. Like the product was not ready to hit the market when it came out in May 2019. So they made, a couple hundred pairs, 200-300 pairs. They dropped them. They sold out, but they oversold them. So they ended up making more for people. And that's where I give New Balance credit, where they could have canceled all these orders, but instead
I saw
gave
that.
people the option, $100 gift card, and you can either take the shoe when it comes out a couple months or just cancel it and keep the gift card.
Those basketball shoes sell out like that?
This one did. So the first 3 New Balance basketball shoes that came out it was a May, July, like 7th and September for Gray Day. And they were each limited, couple hundred pairs. They sold out pretty quickly. And they had resale. Like these I had seen go for up to $1,400.
Holy shit.
Yeah, they had
I wasn't even looking at those at all. You know what I mean? So I have no idea.
And they announced them like the day before they dropped. I was lucky that I was on a conference call at work where they told us about them, so I was ready for them. And this was before the Qit, when they had click and buy.
Yep.
And so I told people, all right, I need your help with this. Yeah, this is a hot shoe. Quit laughing. Quit laughing at me. This is serious, guys. Come on, I need your help. Yeah, I know what it is, but this is going to be a serious, legitimate, hard shoe to get. And it was, but click and buy, I was able to get through. Crazy thing was my card declined. And I was like, no, this did not just happen.
Oh, that's the worst.
And the next day, it came through. I don't know how. It worked. It's the weirdest thing. It makes, to this day, makes no sense how it declines. I didn't get any confirmation, but the next day I got a confirmation and the charge went through. And, and the shoe came, it wasn't like the overbooked ones or whatever. So it was, I still have no idea how it happened. It makes no sense to me, but I'll take it.
Right, yeah, who cares now?
Yeah. It's just a funny story for the shoe, if nothing else. But so yes, I got 12.5s if you ever need them. Not for 1,400. Give you a better deal.
Do you have an extra pair, or are you just willing to pot with them now?
That's the 12.5. So I got I saw them on eBay for like, I think they were like 115 all in, like worn once, like they look brand new. And I was like, shoot, I'm gonna grab them. I had a plan in mind for them that I didn't fully pursue. So yeah, I just have them at this point. I have my own pair as well.
Oh, I was gonna say.
So Got you.
Oh yeah, I'm not, no shortage. Like that collection of shoes behind you, like that's all my basketball shoes in one place. It's a bit much.
Oh, I know.
I mean, I'm assuming that's not all his collection either. That's probably just like ready to go. Because I mean, if I, like me right now, like trying to wear a different shoe every day, I got like piles of boxes that fall on top of me
all over the place. Yeah.
It's crazy now. So
right.
I'm assuming he has more than that.
Yeah, I got over here. I got over here.
I figured
behind you.
They're closing in
on the floor over here. It's become problematic.
Basement in the septic tank. You got a couple.
Is there a real word for us yet?
Hoarders?
Like alcoholic.
Hoarders.
We hoard sneakers. That's it. We're just hoarders.
I mean, that's what we happen to hoard, but yeah, I mean, if it was something else, it would still be hoarding. I mean, if we collected, I don't know, paper mache giraffes or something, it would still be hoarding.
Okay.
It would just be a little odder, just a little.
It's different though, because I feel like, I don't know. I feel like I wear stuff. I feel like I'm very selective. I feel like
it's close to collecting art as you can get, to to me,
Yeah.
Yeah, without collecting art.
right? I mean, it's pretty close.
Yeah.
But at least you
Especially,
get
I
to
mean,
wear it. At least it's a
something-
like if I don't wear it, I'm gonna get rid of it for the
Me
most
too.
part. But I try to wear everything. Like you were saying, I try to wear everything. Like I'm like on this whole thing where like, oh, I haven't worn this shoe in a while. I gotta wear it. I'm gonna wear it because I really like it. I appreciate it. I love it. And I don't want it to just sit there and then feel bad about getting rid of it or it sitting there, you know?
yeah, but when you have to make an effort to wear it, and then when you have more than you could possibly use, that's when the hoarding comes into play. And I'm not like saying like, what are you doing with your life? What, this is ridiculous. It's out of hand. I'm in the same boat as you, but I look at it for what it is. I mean, it's hoarding. It's not necessarily healthy, but it could be worse. I can use them. I can sell them if I don't want them anymore. So you have to keep in mind that you have to make sure it doesn't get out of hand
Oh
You
no.
in your head. So
I have
I
stuff
mean,
that like I know like, all right, I thought I loved it. I thought I liked it, but I'm over it. And
yeah,
it's gotta go. But like for the most part, like I have a lot of stuff that I really, really like. And I'm like, man, I really like this. Every time I wear it, I get excited. And so like I just want to keep wearing. So I had that feeling every time.
did you get those rainbow trouts?
I did.
Nice.
I got them for 178
and
Bro, what?
off of I had the ones I
Look
had
me up, man.
whatever
Off of the
store had
like.
that bill, yeah.
Shit.
They had,
I was talking to another friend of this program. He got them for like 200.
It's pretty good.
What's his name there? Just Dave? No, just
Justin,
is it Justin? What's his
dude
Instagram?
356.
That's him.
Yeah, he sent them. He sent me the link. We were all trying to get on, and he sent. Or so there's a link. There's actually a link through, because Oliver who runs Epsilon magazine, he's in our group chat, and so he gets like affiliate links for some of the brands, and so like he sent out a list of all the affiliate brands, and one of them was a like, and Justin, who's like, I mean, I don't know what he does all day. He is like on everything. And he was like, hey, if you guys go to Alike, you can use their 30% off everything regular price
Damn.
coupon. And I was like, really? Okay. So like I jumped on. And so I was able to get them for 30% off. And then with the affiliate link, you get like, I think Oliver gets refunded whatever, like 3% or 5% of every sale that from people that use that link, and then he just refunded it back to us. So I got, I basically, they're like $200, and then he sent me another 13 back. So
Damn,
Wow.
that's dope. I mean, how many of you guys in that group like actually wanted the shoe though? I can't imagine everyone did.
Shoot.
well, Max
Oh,
is in the group, so
I think a number of us wanted it, but we didn't want to pay the
Right.
price.
That's what
Like,
I'm at. Like,
yeah.
because you know how it go. I mean, I just started liking Rouge this year.
Yeah.
My first pair were the ones like it's the same deal that your friends doing the United pairs. But the dude Tommy Trigger, the inside job pairs.
yeah, those are dope.
Soon as I saw those, I was like, these are fucking amazing. Like I just loved that whole colorway. Had to have them, and I was lucky enough. They only made 500 pairs of them, but still people don't really fuck with it. So it sat, and I have a size that was readily available for the most part. They probably made like the most of. So I got it for like $50-$60 cheaper than what it was, because I mean paying $300 for a shoe is really hard pill to swallow for me.
I mean, I like Ruse. I haven't bought a pair, to be honest. This is my first pair. That $300 price point, like you said, it's really rough. It's really, really rough, especially like, how quality they are. They look amazing.
Amazing.
But it's just like, I'm also of the mindset of like, am I going to wear it? Right. Because like $300 for a shoe, you're not going to wear like that. Like you're going to be like, when you get in the hand, not because it's not like cool, like the colorway isn't great, but sometimes the silhouette you just don't know, right? Until you like get it in hand and you try it on. So, I totally like Max is in our group chat, so he knows we got it 30% off, right? Like, and it's his shoe, so it's not like, I imagine that he probably just wants it to sell out. Like, the brand, I doubt he would be losing any money if we get it for a
No,
discount.
No,
I mean,
definitely not.
I don't. Yeah, I wouldn't imagine that at all.
Yeah.
I still like. There's a site called like HHV. I think I'm still. I don't know if anyone even knows about it, but I'm
No, you're
still
right.
at my size. It's still on there. And I'm just like, I don't know. I'm hoping because like I've been looking at other ones on Hannon, like the Lupus ones. Like there's a bunch of other ones. Like even though they're limited pairs,
Yeah.
nobody cares, and they sit, and eventually they go down to $150, and you pounce, and that's just the
I
game.
mean, they're great. They're great. I told myself Ruse were off limits because it's just like another brand, and I just can't handle it, right? Like it's just too many other. It's just another brand that I gotta. Because again, for me, I'm a size 13, so like I gotta buy it when it drops. I can't wait for the most part. So like I'm not going down the rabbit hole for $300 a pop for Ruse 4 or 5 times a year. It just it's not gonna happen, right? So like I'm I did this shoe because I really wanted to support someone that I knew. And
Right.
like I always think it's important to support like when a brand does something with a actual enthusiast, people that are really like into sneakers, like yeah, I'm gonna help support that because I think that's what they should be doing. So
I think it would be awesome for them to do that, even with New Balance. Like, no, I'm not saying us here, or just pick like somebody like I think they even did it, didn't they? Didn't your friend Richie get to like make a shoe at Flimby or something?
yeah, he did it. He did his own
people.
shoe.
Five
Yeah.
people got to like the top New Balance collectors in their
right.
eyes were
They
flown
went to-
out to Flimby. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I was like talking to somebody about that because I didn't even know that it happened, and someone had just recently told me about it. So I mean, I think that shit is like awesome.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's really cool too. Like every time they do something like that, I'm always like, oh, that's something I could get behind. Like Nike doesn't really do stuff like that.
Not that I've ever.
Yeah, like they're doing stuff with people that don't really associate with sneakers. So it's like
They won't even give Mayer a shoe. They're not gonna just give somebody else, a collector, a shoe. I mean,
no, not at all.
They've done some stuff with that Masters of Air. I mean, I don't remember how far they take it, what they do beyond that. And I mean, I don't know. There was that Sean Witherspoon guy, he's always looking scraggly. They threw him a bone. They gave him a shoe, They do what they can to help out people.
You like his shoes?
I mean, the poor guy, he's always wearing used t-shirts. Like you can't buy like new clothing. Come on, man. What's this guy? It's tough.
I don't even know like what that guy's deal is. He was like a what is he?
He owns a
owned
thrift store chain.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the 97 and the AM1 combo. It's all right. I don't think it's like crazy.
I don't like it. I've never liked it. No.
I would wear it. I wouldn't go above and beyond for it. And then everything else he made, not fit. I mean, what did he do? That Jiminy Cricket shoe, and then he has that other Adidas with like straggly weird strands falling off it, dragging on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are. Yeah, no. The Asics he did, I got them behind me. You can.
Those actually aren't bad. I forgot about those. I don't mind those at all. Those are the ones you can peel off the Velcro, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's got extra.
I don't mind those, but I don't. The thing with like, I was never an Asics guy just because I don't like how they look on my feet. I think the side profile is amazing and I like it, but just like when I'm wearing them, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I get in my head.
Don't look down.
Never look down.
It's the worst angle.
I don't like that split tongue, especially maybe my foot's like too fat, so it's like hanging on for dear life.
Gotta go half size up. Yeah.
I mean, some of the the what are they? The Sagas. I like those.
Yeah, the Sagas are really nice. The GT shoes, really nice.
They have classic models. I mean, you can't deny that. They don't do enough with them, but That's their
I mean,
problem.
that's like all these other brands. Like, what are they doing? Like, why don't
They're
they
not
have?
responding. That's for sure. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
you
what
know,
I
New
mean. Like,
Balance stepped up. Yeah.
why don't they have a Joe Grondin of their own? Like you guys like Saucony. Like, I mean, another one of my favorite shoes I picked up this year. I mean, I don't wear it enough, but the one that's the one from End, the Azura 2000. That's a Brain.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a sick shoe.
Yeah.
I love that shoe. I mean, I think they do cool stuff with that. And then I just like the only other one I really like is the Shadow 6000s. And then I kind of like the Jazzes are okay. That's kind of like falls in line with like a 574 New Balance.
Yeah.
People kind of shit on it for just being like a whatever shoe. But I mean, I think they're fine. But I mean, why aren't they pushing like for anything? Like, it's kind of weird.
They have
an
some
interesting question. Yeah. I mean, it's tough with a guy like Grondin. He's unique. I don't know how many there are in the industry that can do what he did. I mean, he's been going at it for a little while. If you listen to interviews, or imagine if you talk to him, he'll tell you.
He's been
like,
at New Balance for a while.
Yeah, his dad's been at New Balance for forever, and then him and his brother went in there, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. I mean, he had come into the company at the same time with a friend of mine about 8 years ago. I don't know what he originally did when he got there, though. I have no idea. I think he was always lifestyle.
Yeah.
I'm not positive about that. I don't think so. And that's where some people, and that's, I think, where it's an obstacle for some people, where these guys might start in X place and they go to Y, and people think, I'm going to do lifestyle. I want to do lifestyle, so I have to do lifestyle. When there are other ways to get in the door. You know, you want to do, and I've seen it the other way. Guys who do lifestyle now do team sports, for example. So I don't know. I don't think he started in a lifestyle, though I'm not positive, because I mean, let's face it, it's probably the most desirable place to be for the company. So just getting in the door, getting into lifestyle, I like start with lacrosse, and then no disrespect to lacrosse, but start there and then see if you can work your way around, get into lifestyle somehow.
But I just assumed his father must have had like some type of a pole for him or something like that. No?
I remember hearing, and I'm pretty sure he's talked about in interviews, but I don't remember exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I know everyone that's on the lifestyle team now, and then people that are on the collaborations, which is, you know, the team he runs, all of those people came from other places, like children's athletics or baseball or whatever it is, or customer service. So like it's not like there was like some rock star team that just happened to have, you know, be collaborations or be lifestyle from the beginning.
What's his brother do, Eric?
He designs the basketball shoes. He had stuff, yeah. And team sports generally, like those guys will do like baseball. He's responsible, from what I understand, for a lot of the baseball products. And baseball is, they do some amazing cleats. Cleats.
Yeah.
I mean, if you go to a Major League Baseball game, New Balance is everywhere.
And
umpires. I mean, if you go to the right stadium, the ushers or concession people wearing it, and a lot of the players. A lot.
Yeah, it's great. I did because my buddy, he's from the baseball department, but I did a thing on my podcast about how Aaron Judge, he's signed with Adidas, and all he wears is New Balance cleats. So they kept buying him New Balance cleats, and they were painting the Adidas logo over them for a while, and then they finally were like, all right, cut that out and just make them full blown customs. Right. So now, but yeah, he's been wearing New Balances this whole year.
Sheesh.
If I was New Balance, I'd be like advertising that everywhere. But
if they could, they would.
They're very like risk adverse.
Right.
Privately owned. That's what happens.
That's like, you know what I mean? But that's like Michael Jordan coming out and he's like, nah, I'd rather wear these Reeboks. I don't care what you guys made for me. I like these Reeboks better.
Well, wasn't Adidas his brand at first? I mean, he probably would have rather worn something else, but he didn't have the option.
They didn't have basketball shoes like that, did they? I think New Balance was on top, technically, probably. New Balance and Converse. Maybe Puma?
I don't even know back then. Brooks had some.
82, 83.
Oh gosh.
82, 83. Converse, the weapons.
Yeah, that's true with Magic Johnson and Bird. Yeah.
Yeah.
My gosh, yeah. Well, shoot. I mean, I'm looking forward to whatever is coming. The one thing too I'd mention, and this is crazy to me, like for sneakers as a whole, but New Balance in particular. Do you guys know what was so big for New Balance at the Olympics? Any ideas? Nope. Sidney McLaughlin winning gold, your young star who definitely in the past would have been a Nike athlete, breaks a world record in the 400-meter hurdles, wins gold, just crushes it, huge star. And you hearing anything about it?
Nope.
Nothing. It's the most unbelievably wasted, blown opportunity. Like when you can't, I get that they can't make XYZ product. I get that they can't source made in USA, that things are on hold, but you can get her out there promoting and talking and shout her out and advertise and put her on a billboard in Times Square or something. I don't know, but the fact that you get her to a Red Sox game, something, first pitch, like Bruins game, she's hitting the pucks, man.
Why aren't they doing it?
I don't know. I have no
But
idea.
that's everybody. Everybody. That's everybody. No one can tie their athletics, it seems like, to anything. Like, we talked about it earlier this year when Asics, they had Djokovic when he won the French. They didn't do anything. They didn't capitalize at all. Like, just nothing. And so, like, every brand, unless you have, like, I feel like one of like 5 athletes, like LeBron, like.
Well, Kawhi's big, and I feel like they barely utilize him.
He's not.
He's hard to market though, because he's not on anything, right? He's not out there like that. It's like, oh, you gotta hope that paparazzi snaps a photo of him in a pair of New Balances so that we can post it, right? Otherwise, what? He's not posting on social media. He doesn't care.
Do you know
he doesn't have social media? He doesn't have an Instagram.
No, he doesn't.
Twitter.
He's not a very polarizing guy. But did you ever see the interview with Kevin Durant when he was talking about him as a rookie?
No.
You did, Dave?
I did, yeah.
I love that, man. He didn't know he's from the DC area, so naturally New Balance is big. And he had just signed a deal with Nike, right? And he said it was like All-Star Weekend, I believe, or something. And he goes, I'm getting all my New Balances. I never got New Balance this easy. And he goes, and I didn't know they were like a competitor with Nike. He goes, I just thought they were like a sweet luxury shoe. He goes, and I got through with the game and I put on my New Balances and I walked down the lobby and all the Nike reps are there like, he goes, no one said anything then, but I got a phone call freaking immediately after.
Like, you can't be wearing 992s. And he's like,
what the hell are you doing, buddy? But I mean, that's a cool promotion for New Balance right there.
I know that got shared like crazy online.
Huh?
It got shared like crazy online.
Yeah.
A few months ago.
Yeah.
They should have did an ad with it. Somebody could have edited it.
Yeah, well, you could have edited it down to just like Kevin Durant, Nike guy. Rather, he wants to wear New Balances.
Yeah. Yep.
After he's done playing a game, he'd like to slip on a nice pair of NBs.
They have a few people, like they have who else? Jack Harlow. I don't know.
I like him a lot.
I don't know what he's doing with the brand. Like,
yeah, I have no idea what he's doing.
I'm like, they just send you stuff. Is that what? Is that like? That's it.
I have no idea, but they should have done something with Action like back in the day.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they still could, but he was like if you think of like Carhartt or New Balance, like I was thinking of freaking that dude.
But I mean, he's in the ALD stuff, right? So
they're finally doing something with him, yeah.
So maybe now that Teddy's at New Balance, he'll trickle in to something there too.
What was the deal with his shoes the other day? Why were they all fucking spray painted orange?
He was doing some cooking thing.
What was he doing?
He was doing like a cooking thing. I think he was making pizza. I don't know if something fell on his shoes or if he spray painted them. I saw that. It was weird. Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't connect the dots to that at all.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Cooking thing.
They were like a pair of 580s, and they just kept getting like they had a little bit of orange on them, and then they were blasted with orange. It looked like it was spray painted to me, but I was like, no idea.
Yeah, I don't know. And they got Jaden too. Don't forget that.
Bro, those suck.
Maybe you want to forget that, but
I would love to forget that. Do you guys like anything? You like his platform shoes that he got or whatever the hell they
I
are?
don't like them, but they're big and people like them, and I get
Ooh,
it. A lot of people like them.
okay.
A lot of people like them, and I'm not mad about it. Like, so here's the thing: I don't hate them. I just can't wear them.
yeah.
All right, I guess that's where I'm at too then. I could never put those on my feet and feel like
No. I couldn't, but I appreciate them. Like the 574s that he did, like it's cool.
Wild, yeah.
It's just not
so
for me.
I like them if they had just not left the material hanging on it. Like if they had just like made it normal and how the colorways were, I would have liked it because they were all one of ones.
I work at an art school and kids love that. They'll wear
Okay.
it. They love that. So that's for them. It's not for me. Like I'm not gonna wear that. I had an art school kid come in and he was in my office and he was actually talking about New Balance because he's from Chicago and he like is really, real big friends with like Joe Fresh Goods. And he's like, hey, what do you think of the Jadens? And I'm like, yeah, I'm not. And he's like, really? And I'm like, really? You think I'm gonna wear that? And he was like, no, I guess not. Like,
See, I think my wife could maybe pull something like that off. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like to me, that's like a perfect woman's shoe. No
Yeah,
offense
my
to
wife would like
Jaden or anybody that wears them. Like I'm not trying to just think like in my head. I think that's what it would look good on.
that platform, like that would look so good on my wife. She could wear it.
That's what I think.
Yeah. It's not for me though. It's not. I don't know. It feels like it's not a guy shoe. It feels like it's a girl shoe.
Right. That's all I'm saying. No
Yeah.
offense to anyone that wear them or Jaden or anything like that, but that's just how it seems to me.
Yeah. My feet are too big to have anything that bulky.
That's what it comes down to. Yeah. I mean, they shouldn't even make that past size like 10 and a half, probably. Like, at that point, it just looks ridiculous. Like, it's not right. I can't even imagine the box it comes in. Oh my Lord. The UPS guy trying to deliver it.
Yeah, your boxes must be freaking crazy too. I didn't even think of that.
They're not that bad.
Wait, it's
He's
not
just
that
used
bad?
to it. He's just used to it. He doesn't know.
Yeah, definitely. Like if I brought one of mine over to his, it's definitely a big difference.
Probably, yeah. It's fine. I think when I get special boxes, that's when they're massive.
Oh, the concepts boxes. I mean, those are big regardless. And then the
Yeah.
shoes all rattling around in there. It's, man. Yeah, that's
Well, I get a few pairs and they'll be like kind of stuffed in, and like the toe will be a little bit
pushed up. Oh, that's
Yeah.
worse. Okay.
You guys use the shoe trees in any of yours?
No.
Never.
I've done it because I've had some, and I'm like, shoot, I might as well just put them in something, but I had no real need to.
Yeah, me for whatever. Like in my head, just this year, I was like, I'm getting drop front boxes and I'm getting shoe trees, and that's what I'm doing. And I didn't get the drop front boxes, but I got all the shoe trees, and I'm sticking them in all my pairs, and then like going back in the box is just impossible. It's not
impossible.
happening.
Oh
Right.
yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, I have all my boxes in the basement. I just can't. I don't know. I'm like I had the box thing going for a while, but like you said, where they fall over, and I hate like trying to like pull one out.
Yeah,
and,
God forbid you want something on the bottom.
yeah, which is always the case for me. It's always like I want whatever's on the bottom. So I was tired of like not being able to see everything, and then like things not being like accessible to just pull off the shelf.
No, I need something just like you have. I actually, again, my wife, she's friends with the guy that built Joe Grondin's shoe rack recently.
Yeah.
Connor Beebe. And I was like, I go hit him up and ask him how much to make me one. And he said $1,200. And I went, all right, I'll talk to him later.
Good to know. Yeah. Payment plan, maybe.
$1,200 per rack.
That's what he said.
Man,
I imagine he gave Grondin a deal. He must have. Shoot.
he had to, or maybe New Balance paid for it.
Maybe
Someone's on a seating list all of a sudden.
Oh, I think that guy works for Converse.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Maybe not then. Yikes.
Well, I don't know if they do that. Is that all right to do?
What?
Give to other brand.
Yeah, give to other guys that work at other brands on seating lists. Nah, because they wouldn't want them wearing
I-
those.
I mean, yeah. Oh, geez.
I mean,
I
what
think
I
it's
understand.
fine.
I understand what it's like for like.
They're not gonna wear it. It's just like a waste of a seed, right? Like if you're gonna give it to somebody that represents one brand and they can't wear that brand. And I know somebody that works at Converse and like they're very like locked down. Like I've invited them on the podcast and like I can't.
Really?
So I can't imagine them being able to wear anything that they're given.
Wow. That I was just gonna say because we were just talking about that funny story about KD getting like reprimanded for wearing New Balance. Do you think it's the exact same thing? Like if Grondin walked into work tomorrow in a pair of Dunks, do you think somebody would run up to him like, "What are you doing?"
Oh my God. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like, you wouldn't even in the building. Oh man, that would freak people out. Like April 1st, that might work, but any other day, I mean, oh wow, that's hilarious. I would like to see that happen.
Was that? And then I got to follow up with saying where you worked in store. Like if I was an employee of yours and I came in wearing some Nikes, like, do I have to change my shoes?
Oh, that happens all the time.
Well, what happens?
You just, when you're working your shift, you just wear the brand. Like a New Balance.
So I would have to switch my shoes.
Oh yeah, well yeah, because you got to wear what they saw in the store. I mean, at New Balance, all the kids are walking in wearing Jordans, and then they're switching into whatever New Balance. But I see these kids I used to work with, and they don't work at New Balance anymore in San Francisco because the store closed. They're still wearing New Balance. So you convert. You learn to love it when you're exposed to it, when you're given the background to it, certainly, and that's what's great about New Balance. I imagine brands like Adidas, Nike, when they have stores, they don't necessarily teach people the culture. People don't necessarily learn the culture or adapt it into their lifestyles they might with a New Balance. But see it all the time that people who work at New Balance stores, it becomes them, a part of them, in a small or a big way. It just depends on the person, but the passion grows for sure. It's just different. I mean, it's a unique brand with everything about it. The domestic manufacturing, family owned, the breadth of product that they have going back to 1906, where other brands don't go that far back. That's so remarkable. And
Absolutely.
It's another thing about the brand that people don't necessarily know, realize, or recognize. But man, I mean, brands don't last that long, shoes or otherwise. Like they just don't hang out that long. But to be able to stay like that and evolve,
yeah, to adapt and improvise and like just keep going. Same company, just like that. It is crazy.
And I think it's like 4 owners in the company's history. So keep it pretty tight there too.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It's I mean, geez, can you imagine just that the few people have been able to shape the brand and make it what it is, with obviously the help of people, but at the helm, those people.
Yeah.
I mean, how long? Jim Davis has been there for how long now? 40?
1972, I think, is when he bought the company, I believe.
So almost 50 years.
Yeah, 40? I mean, who's counting? But yeah, it's been
That's
a while.
crazy.
What year is this again? Yeah, jeez.
Yeah, it's 50 years.
Yeah, wow. That's interesting. I wonder if they'll recognize. I wonder if they'll recognize or do something for his anniversary. I don't think they ever have in the past. Never really called it out. So that would be quite something if they should. I hope
that'd be cool.
I hope they're on that.
That'd be really cool.
Centennial passed by and New Balance didn't really do much with it. So they haven't always been great about recognizing their own history and celebrating it. So
yeah,
that's a big one. That's a big one.
They did the one we were just talking about, the 992.
Yeah, the 992 GLX. Yeah, with the flag on it. Yeah, I mean that was cool. That was great. Special box, but they did some clothing for it, couple t-shirts, hoodies. But not enough. Not enough. They did some
not like Jordan Brand would do.
They got some they got banners, I can't unfurl it. It's like, I don't know, 6 feet. They did the Centennial banners.
Oh, is that?
It's a Centennial banner. I sent you a picture of it the other day.
Oh, that's that one? I didn't know it was that big.
It's matte. I mean, this.
Yeah, that's cool.
So they got all sorts. Did you guys know I had props, by the way, for this week? I didn't. Pulling things out. I feel like Carrot Top over here, just pulling out prop. I couldn't have planned this. I don't know how. Yeah, it's pretty cool stuff that they. And there's other stuff that just appears like every once in a while. There's like a glass paperweight, I think, with a 992 in the middle. Employees got that 992 with like a letter and a dust bag. So they did some stuff, but they haven't done anything like that that I can think of since. They're good about like the anniversary shoes for the 576, for the 577.
What did they just, the 99, they just did the 1500 wasn't too long ago. And
1500 they did, yeah.
And then they just did the 991 now. And I think, isn't something coming up? Isn't something next year?
Probably, I'm sure.
990?
What is it? No. Yes.
It is a 990, yeah.
It is a
1982. Good call, yeah. So yeah, oh yeah. Well, they're going.
That's why all the versions are coming out, right? That's why the version series is
red
coming out.
tab, yeah. It's interesting that they didn't wait for that till next year, that they kind of threw that out a little early for that one.
Maybe it's because of their production issues.
Yeah.
Could be. I mean, but you would think they would want to wait until they can make more and do it that, but I don't know. I mean, hopefully they have something planned for that then, because that's again something that could be huge for them to make that work.
Yeah. I mean, that's got to be their biggest model, no? I'd have to say it's that one.
Flagship.
Oh, right. It's the flagship.
Yeah, it's the flagship model.
Yeah, it's the shoe.
I mean, I know both Teddy and Ronnie are both doing it. Well, Teddy is doing a V1 to a V6. V1 to V3 is supposed to be released in like April, and then have you seen Ronnie's? He's doing like, I think at least to a V4, V1 to V4. Supposed to be released next year around the same time, whenever the V6 actually drops. So those should be.
Man, Ronnie's the biggest leaker of Kith products, dude.
It was a picture of a book.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's all the same colorways from before. It's the V4 is the United Arrows, the V3 is the Daytona, the V2 is like the Cyclades, and the V1 is just like a pink. Dusty.
Oh, I saw the Cyclade pair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they look cool.
Yeah, they look good.
I want them for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have no problem with him recycling his own stuff. I mean, it works. It's nice. I mean, he wouldn't do it if the colors didn't work. So, I mean,
right.
You know, it makes sense for him to do it. And most of those shoes, well, all the shoes you named, I don't have any of them anyway. So if I do opt to go for one of those, then it'll be new to me, especially the Daytonas. That sounds good.
You meant specifically the old ones. I thought you meant you don't have any.
Oh, no, I have
one to V4.
I mean, I have like his Genesis, and I don't really have much Ronnie New Balance stuff. Yeah, never really.
I used to back when I had my old collection, when I had the Salmon Souls 1300.
I sold those. I was worried they're gonna crack, so I'm like, I'll just pass them on before that happened. Yeah.
I had so many cool things. Oh well.
And that's the rough part, where you can't sit on stuff forever. I mean, all these gems are. I mean, I could go on to a whole thing about that. All these gems disappearing that were so limited.
Yeah.
Was it limited edition vault or vault, whatever, 577 they did, like a red and black leather that was like the richest looking thing I've ever seen. Like it came in like that locked box. I think they did 140 pairs. It was like dark red, black, and a little gold. I've never seen a pair in person, and I imagine a lot of them ended up in like Asia, so they're just done. Just crap.
That sucks.
It'd be nice if they can make them, but all this stuff lost to history.
One of my favorites.
I'd love to see them actually go back to making these old collabs, which will never happen.
No, they're not gonna retro that shit. I would love to see them retro the defunct Crooked Tongues. What is the Federation of Villainy? Is that what it was called?
Confederacy of Villainy, yeah.
Confederacy of Villainy. Thank you. All of those were awesome. Every single one of them. And I wanted the Blackbeards ever since I got into New Balance. They came out like 4 years before I even really started getting heavy into it, and I could never track them down again.
No.
And
There
now,
were rumors. There were rumors that the 1500 was going to happen 2-3 years ago, which I mean, a number of 1500 were rumored that actually were redone, but yeah, not those for whatever reason.
Well, guys, I gotta get going. My battery's gonna die.
Yeah, mine too. Gee.
all right, man.
I appreciate you guys jumping on with me. We gotta get together, get up again. Mark, we gotta get you on with some other people. Maybe I'll invite Black Seal on.
Absolutely, man. I'm always down to chop it up.
Now that you have a little bit more free podcast time.
Well,
Only-
I'm trying to do something else, but I'm not. Maybe I have to sit down with you and you can tell me how to freaking run one, because I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
I don't know what I'm doing either. Don't worry about it.
What do you use to upload it onto the thing? Like after this is over and it's done recording, it goes to what?
So I don't edit it. Our guy Josh, he's 100 Bandits on Instagram. He does all the editing and all of that stuff, and then he'll upload it to Google, or I'll upload it to Google. We have a Gmail and a shared drive. I'll download it to there. I'll upload it to there. He'll download it. He'll edit it, and then he'll re-upload it to YouTube, Spotify, and Apple. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So it takes some time for him to do it though. So we're like really, really far back. I think I have 3 or 4 episodes that he hasn't put up yet. So.
Oh, so when is this? Because people have been asking me. I've been telling them I'm going to be on here. When do you think this one will actually come out?
I'll ask him because I think he's been on a roll actually. So it should be next week.
Okay, cool.
Next week or maybe the week after.
Yeah,
But,
no big.
Yeah, I'll let you know. I usually like share some stuff beforehand, or try to share some stuff beforehand and give you the heads up. So yeah, but we'll get you back on. It was great. Like, love chopping it up.
Thanks for having me, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks again, Eric, for coming.
Thank
I know you
you.
got like half your day ahead of you. It's like 10:30 here. It's like
Yeah,
4 o'clock
7:30. I'm
there.
going to bed. He's about to have dinner.
Pretty much.
All right, guys. I'll talk to you.
All right, good talking to you guys. Good talking to you officially, Mark, too. We'll catch up later.
Sounds good, man.
All right.